this time. Looks for Deutsch. Deutsch at the 1 into the end zone.
Field play action now. Look to pass over the middle. It's intercepted by Cole Hebel. Intercepted by Hebel. Rears back, comes downfield, has Rodriguez. Rodriguez at the 40, to the 50, to the 40. Rodriguez is going to keep going.
Right, Fetting's got room, and here's Bo Fetting. Fetting's still on his feet. Fetting's gone.
Looking to pass, playing off, coming left side, picked up by Cotton. Alex Cotton with the pick. He'll take it back and into the end zone.
Turn and hand the ball off. Will Starkey. He thunders his way. 30, 20, one man to beat. He's got
The middle's got a man, that's Friddle. Look out, Friddle. 40, 30, he's loose. 20, 10, touchdown.
Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Good evening and welcome to Hillsboro for a top 5 matchup. The number 1 Kindred Vikings, the number 3 Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. Both teams picking up a win last week. Both teams picking up a shutout last week. It was the Kindred Vikings with a 19-0 victory over the Lisbon Broncos, and the Burros with a 28-0 win over the Park River Area Aggies. They match up here today. It's the Burros, it's the Vikings, and you're watching on yourliveevent.com.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and a 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style doesn't get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro. Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead. 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions. Our team will help you with pre-buys and contracting. Our services also extend with on-farm service calls, tanks, pumps, bulk oil, DEF and tank monitoring, fuel, propane, and natural gas. Call us at 1-888-935-2281 so we can help you with energy solutions from Community Co-op.
Your IRA Insurance pregame show, the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros welcome in the Kindred Vikings. Let's go down to the field. Jim Berkmeyer standing by with the head coach of the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, Scott Olson.
Well, head coach Scott Olson, man, it's really gotten humid here in the last 45 minutes, hasn't it, on the field?
Yeah, a little weird. It was a little cooler earlier. Now it's humid, and but it is what it is, and hopefully that rain stays away.
Talk about the week of practice after the season opening victory last Friday night.
Yeah, it was a good week. It's a big week, and it's a test to see where we're at, and against these guys that they're a good football team, and we'll have our hands full.
I know when we talked last Friday night after the victory, you saw a lot of good things, live game time when you went back and watched film. You saw some of that as well. Did you see more of it, or did you see some areas as well that let's shore up?
No, I think it's both of what you just said there. I think there was better than what we thought, but then on some stuff and other stuff wasn't as good as what we wanted. And that's first game stuff. That's adjustments, and that's guys that are getting their first real varsity time that need to make those adjustments tonight.
You really had some guys step up last week into positions when they were kind of thrown in because of some injuries and that. Did they gain confidence from that? Did you see that in their play in practice?
I think so. I think that just the speed now, they know how the game speed, and it's going to be even ramped up more tonight against these guys. And we'll see how they adjust, and we'll keep running them in there until we find somebody that does.
Let's talk about these guys, the Kindred Vikings, heck of a football team.
Yeah, a big, strong team that knows our identity. They knows what they want to do in running the ball, and we got to win first down. I think that's the biggest thing, and make them do something that they haven't been able to do yet this year.
When they just pound it, I think that's what they did against Lisbon most of the night. Their defense also had 3 picks, turnovers. Just talk about maybe some of the things that you see from them that you're saying we have to stop or we have to attempt to attack.
Yeah, they're never going to make mistakes on defense. They're well coached on defense, and they're going to be in the right spots. And they'll send some pressures on third down and long that we need to get our heads up, and we'll see how we adjust with these new guys. And you can talk about it so much during the week, but they got to perform in the end. And it's always a solid game versus us too. It's a good, hard-hitting, clean game, and I'm excited for tonight.
What are the biggest keys tonight?
Win first down defensively, and then offensively too. I think we're gonna try to pound the ball in our option game. See more than just once or twice every once in a while. We're gonna run a lot of option tonight, I think.
Head coach Scott Olson, thanks for the time. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Head coach Scott Olson, part of the Irie Insurance pregame show, live on the field tonight. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros hosting the Kindred Vikings. Rematch of last year's state championship game. The Vikings winning the title, and they're both 1-0 coming into this one tonight. You can just sense that both teams are locked in. It's only week 2, but the atmosphere on the field is all focus here tonight as we're live with YourLiveEvent.com. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show.
Starting off on some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that people are really going to appreciate.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program. It's a young savers club with various incentives, newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to learn more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burros want you to visit HillsboroK12.com or CentralValleyND.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
It's week 2 of the 2022 North Dakota football season. It's the number 1 in the polls, Kindred Vikings, number 3, Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, a top 5 matchup. Let's go down to the field, part of our Irie Insurance pregame show. Head coach Matt Crane standing by with Jim Birkmeyer.
Well, Coach Crane, here we are on the field. This has really become a humid night in the last 45 minutes, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit warmer than it was right when we got here about 5 o'clock today, but could be worse.
You got off to the victory over Lisbon season opener last week. Just talk about the performance from the guys, what you saw live and what you saw on film that you liked that you can build upon.
I really liked our defensive effort in that matchup, flying around to the football, getting 11 hats on the ball. That was a ton of fun watching that back. We're going to need that again tonight, and we got to build on executing in our run game. You know, we didn't do the things we needed to do, for our standards and what we want to accomplish. And so, we're really looking to get up to linebackers today and finish those blocks.
Defensively, I think you gave up about a yard per average, and I think you had 3 picks defensively, front and back ends getting it done.
Yeah, absolutely, and it starts up front. It starts up front. You control the line of scrimmage. Everything becomes pretty tough. We get some blowback up front with our big zero technique, and Nipstead, he's had a terrific camp and looked really good in week 1. If we can start there, then it makes everything easier on the back end.
Talked about offensively to maybe get things rolling a little bit more this week. What wasn't going how you wanted it to in the opener?
We just didn't have our eyes up, and we were just coming off the ball and letting guys come downhill and fill in the hole that we have to be able to climb to, and we got to be able to get bodies on bodies and let our backs read those blocks. And so and credit our opponent with having kids that were flying around making plays, but we can do a better job, and hopefully we show that tonight.
You got good kids, we know that. How are you finding some depth to back up the good kids and even have stronger kids?
It's a challenge. It's a challenge. We got a good crew of guys, and you rotate guys in practice. You try to get guys ready to play, because you never know, somebody goes down, who's got to step up, and it's next man up, and they got to be ready to play.
What about this Hillsboro-Central Valley team here in week 2 in this season? What do you see on them?
I see another Hillsboro-Central Valley team that is going to come out and compete. They got a lot of pride. They're a terrific ball program, and Coach Olson and his staff every single year come out and impress the heck out of me. So we're expecting a great game. We're expecting a competitive game, and a couple of teams that are ready to get after it.
What's the biggest keys tonight for success?
We got to stop the run, and then we got to get up to those 2 inside linebackers. I think that they played really well in week 1, and we're going to have to get to them.
Coach Crane, thank you so much. Good luck. We'll talk to you at halftime.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome. Coach Matt Crane for the Kindred Vikings joining us on the field tonight live. YourLiveEvent.com. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieInsurance.com. Irie Insurance pregame show continues live from Hillsboro tonight, as it's the Kindred Vikings and the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. Both teams 1-0. Should be a great night of football here in week 2 with YourLiveEvent.com on the Irie Insurance pregame show.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland. First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online, firststatebanks.com.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro-Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. Go Boroughs!
Vroom on over to the Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, and more. The guys have a combined 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Getting cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
It's the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com. Thanks for being with us tonight for a top 5 matchup in 11-man football with Hillsboro-Central Valley and Kindred facing off. Highly anticipated matchup when the schedule comes out in the preseason, and it certainly helps when these two teams faced off twice last year. In week 2, it was Hillsboro-Central Valley getting the win last year 26-20, but revenge for the Vikings in the postseason as they take their first ever state championship with the Dakota Bowl victory 37-14 in that one. Sweet for the Vikings, bad taste in the mouth for the Burros in the offseason. So, as we said, down the field for a week 2 contest, already very intense here. Two teams that know that they're going to get each other's best out there on the field tonight. Elsewhere on the field tonight with yourliveevent.com, we also have Linton HMB is at Lisbon in 11B football. Ellendale Edgeley Calm is at Northern Cass, and Oak Grove is at Sargent County. Matchups around the area tonight on yourliveevent.com. Thanks again for joining us here. Also, don't forget, this last week, we had the yourliveevent.com coaches show coming out Wednesday nights. That's Wednesdays at 7 o'clock each week throughout the seasons. Coming out, you can see what the coaches from around the area, around the region, across states have to say about their teams as North Dakota in week number 2. Minnesota gets started next week, and we'll have it all for you with yourliveevent.com. Don't forget to check out our website there for the broadcast schedule and stay up to date with where we'll be at here. As we look at this matchup here, bring back in Jim Berkmeyer down the field as we just had the coin toss there, and I was looking away. What did you see there?
Yeah, Hillsboro-Central Valley won the coin toss. They deferred, and they will be kicking off. Kindred will receive in the north end zone, moving from left to right on your camera tonight with yourliveevent.com.
So it will be Vikings on offense to start the game, but before we get that, we'll come back with more of the Irie Insurance pregame show on yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Purley, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, is bringing you savings on your healthcare needs, like this great special on Health Mart B12 vitamins. A 60-count pack of tablets, buy one, get one for just $6.69. Health Mart Melatonin 60-count tablets of quick dissolve or prolonged release, $8.99 each. Health Mart One Daily Men's or Women's 50 Plus, $5.49, and Health Mart Loratadine non-drowsy tablets, $6.99. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hillsboro Lumber has DeWalt tools and Milwaukee power tools. Choose from DeWalt drills, sanders, impact drivers, hammer drills, jigsaws, skill saws, multi-tools, and all DeWalt power tool batteries and accessories. Hillsboro Lumber will work with you on any remodeling project, and they will assist you with any building plans you're considering. And they remind you of laminate flooring and many styles of cabinets available. Call 701-636-4301, Hillsboro Lumber, Hillsboro.
As the crowd files in, we thank you for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. A intense atmosphere for an early regular season matchup between the Kindred Vikings and the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. Big crowd on hand. It's almost like you're at a Vikings game with the party on the plaza because of the Grow Hillsboro event going on from the Hillsboro Business Association and the food pantry giveaway here to get pregame going, and everyone's getting pumped up for this game now.
Yeah, Trail District Health Unit with the food pantry tonight. Great event, and the people are participating in the Hillsboro Business Association, Hillsboro EDC, and also the City of Hillsboro helping to put together the Grow Hillsboro event tonight here. It's, a little background on the plaza and, having a good time and a little tailgating back there. It's all good stuff, and here we are for what we anticipate to be a really good football game in week 2, number 1 versus number 3. Both teams in the Dakota Bowl last year, of course, and just a lot of success through the years. These two teams have played some real quality games against each other. I know they had a few years where they didn't meet up, but when they have, it's always been really solid football. We expect that tonight. Both coaches have talked similar, and you would expect that, Big Jake, because it's fundamentals. It's teaching the kids how to play the game the right way. It's expecting them to go play the right way and expecting, results on the field. And it's going to be right at each other. It's going to be physical. And, you got to win first down, both sides of the ball. Kindred coach Matt Crane talked about how they need to get to those linebackers of Hillsboro-Central Valley. They played really well last year. Hillsboro-Central Valley found some guys that they know can play, but what would they do in week 1? There were a lot of questions that were answered last week. Now, what will get answered this week? Because I think, in all honesty, both teams are looking at this tonight as to, okay, where are we? What do we need to do? Where do we need to shore up to continue to get better in this? Both teams have expectations of a long season.
Couple programs that school fan bases have become a little bit of rivals, even outside of regions, whether it's whatever sport it is. When they
it happens
face
when
off,
you have success.
And we're looking for a good matchup between what could be a couple rivals here tonight. This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. We'll come back, get your starting laps, get you ready for your opening kickoff. Kindred, Hillsboro-Central Valley, 1 versus 3 on YourLiveEvent.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And after the home football games, make sure that you stop in for free pizza and talk about the game with all the Burro fans at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Wishing the Burros good luck and thanking the community for your support.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
This is the Irie Insurance pregame show. Ahead of the opening kickoff, we remind you to go online to irieins.com. You can visit with your local agents at Irie Insurance. We look at our starting lineups tonight, brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. You can live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. Kindred Vikings will be receiving the ball first. They'll be out on offense, so let's check out their offense as they start on the offensive line with senior number 77, Jack Packer at the left tackle, flanked by the junior left guard, number 71, Dylan Filler, senior center, number 74, Mason Nipstead. It will be the senior right guard, number 56, Blake Huchka, as well as the junior number 75, Riley Sunram at the right tackle. Your backs and receivers here today will be the senior number 24, Trey Heinrich, the senior number 1, Charlie Beaver, and senior number 2, Mason Almaris. The the sophomore number 21, Kylan Swenson, and your tight end here today will be number 3, Max Opgren. The quarterback spot, it has the senior number 6, Jorgen Swenson, orchestrating the offense from under center in that shotgun, whatever formation they come out at. For the Kindred Vikings, 1-0 on the year. Their head coach is Matt Crane. They are ranked number 1 in the latest poll coming out. They were number 1 in the preseason, number 1 in the first or second poll of the year as well, leading the top votes there. Langdon area Edmore Munich also receiving some votes. They're at number 2, and Hillsboro-Central Valley right behind them at number 3. After last week, the Kindred Vikings, they totaled 232 yards of total offense, 110 rushing, 122 passing, about 5 yards per play. 3.6 yards per rush, picking up 11 first downs, but just 2 of 11 on third down, 2 of 4 on fourth down, something to watch here in this game. Defensively, just 93 total yards allowed to Lisbon, 31 rushing, 62 passing, held the Broncos to under 2 yards total per play, 1 yard per rush, and they got off the field too, just allowing a under 25% conversion on third down for the Broncos. There's the Kindred Vikings, 1-0, defending state champs, and they take on the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros as we look at their starting defense. And your lineups brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. CrystalSugar.com. You can learn more about American Crystal Sugar, including career opportunities, and learn to live a sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. Here as we look over at the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, it will be their defense out in the field first in the 4-3 defense alignment with defensive ends, the junior number 88, Jacob Brandt, the defensive tackles, seniors number 76, Easton Baszler, and number 77, Oscar Leal. Other defensive end is number 67, Caleb Hattelstead. Linebacking core today will be the senior Cole Hebel, wearing number 24. He will be flanked by the juniors number 34, Landon Olson, and number 44, Caden Kazette. Senior Peter Dryberg out with an injury sustained last week in the victory over Park River area. Defensive secondary will see senior number 19, Michael Longthorne, and sophomore number 16, Isaac Thompson. As the starting corners, your safeties will be number 11, Dylan Mitzel, the junior, and the senior, number 10, Riley Olson for Hillsboro-Central Valley. As they come out, head coach is Scott Olson. As the Burros picked up a 28-0 victory over the Aggies of Park River area last week. Offensively, just shy of 300 yards of offense in the game, 201 rushing, 96 passing. Bulk of that passing coming on a 76-yarder from Olson to Longthorn in that one. Just 3 passing attempts in the game for the Burros, averaging over 7.5 yards per play, 5.6 yards per rush, picked up 14 first downs, 6 of 7 on third down, converting, sustaining drives last week for the Burro offense. Defensively, giving up 176 yards rushing, but holding to 4.2 yards per rush, and they did not give up a score as they had 2 red zone stops against the Aggies. That's your starting lineups, and you look at the two teams as they come into this matchup. It's a week 2 matchup between non-region foes of the Kindred Vikings, Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. We kick it off next, coming up on yourliveevent.com.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
You can trust Paul's Hometown Repair for professional service on your vehicles, cars, vans, pickups. Bring them in to Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Whether it's light work such as oil changes and tune-ups, or more serious matters including transmission work and engine overhauls, they'll get the work done for you at Paul's Hometown Repair. They'll get your vehicle back on its wheels, running like new. Call 436-4676 to schedule your vehicle for service at Paul's Hometown Repair Hillsboro. Reed Insurance, Terry Reed and Julie Larson, serving you with homeowners, farm, auto, multi-peril, crop hail. They're here to help you with the insurance you need. Located in the Wright Implement Building in Hillsboro, call Julie or Terry today at Reed Insurance, 701-636-5471. Visit with Terry Reed and Julie Larson for the insurance coverage you need. You can depend on Reed Insurance.
You know the importance of planning before you plant. To finish strong, you need a solid start. That's why at Cess Vonderhoff, we remain committed to developing sugar beet varieties that thrive despite the pressures from disease and the challenges of nature, all to help you make spring decisions that will yield the harvest you envision. Because sharing the pride of success starts with sharing the passion to achieve it. Cess Vonderhoff, a passion that grows.
Back in Hillsboro for the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros and the Kindred Vikings, ready to kick it off as we just had our national anthem, and we're ready to go here with some high school football.
Yeah, Trevor Kittleson did a great job of singing the national anthem tonight here at Hillsboro as Hillsboro-Central Valley hosting Kindred at the sports complex in Hillsboro. Stars and Stripes, they've got the flags all around the field tonight, and here we are, Hillsboro, North Dakota. This is America, and bing, boom, boom, bing, Kindred, Hillsboro-Central Valley tonight, Big Jake.
Yep, having a little production meeting with Fernando there. As myself, Jake Berkemeyer, here with the play-by-play call. Fernando with the camera work. Jim Berkemeyer down in the field with us here as we are ready for kickoff. Hillsboro-Central Valley kicking from right to left as you see it on your screen. Here, and will be the Burros teeing it up. Bowden Allen averaged 46 yards per kickoff last week. He's got it teed up here. Our officials for today's game, too, Donald Doyle, Luke Carney, Shane Nordic, Craig Hahn, and Brett Bertholder, the officials wearing the stripes here today. Burros in blue, Vikings in white, balls teed up, and the kick is off as it will go and be picked up at the 15-yard line. Vikings will bring it up to the right side there as Beaver tries to get free, and he is tackled right away, getting down the field. Kyle Halfley, no half effort on that one as he gets down to make the stop.
Yeah, Kyle Halfley, we saw him last week, and he started to settle in as the game progressed last week on special teams, got some reps on the defensive side too, and he opens up the game here tonight on special teams and got downfield clean as the gunner and really made a great tackle, and that's how we start tonight.
Senior quarterback Jorgen Swenson leads the Vikings out. They send 2 receivers left side, pistol formation, also a wing back on the left side. Swenson waiting for the snap here from the center. Nipstead sends his man Heinrich in motion out left. It's a swing pass out to the left side. Gets into the flat, breaks through, busts through, gets across the 45 up to the 48-yard line. Big gain on first down.
Yeah, well executed, as you said, a big gain. Just the timing was perfect with Swenson finding the running back out of the backfield in Heinrich, and some good blocking on that left side. They were able to get to that second level to those linebackers and get that extra yardage. Big play on the first play tonight.
18 yards for the first down. Beaver, Swenson, Almaris, the receivers and wing backs as they come in tight wing in that pistol formation. Turn handoff, running right side with Heinrich, and he is across the 50 into Burrow territory, down to the 48-yard line.
Oscar Leal among those on the tackle, along with Hattlestead for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Trey Heinrich, the senior running back. Name might leave a bad taste in the minds of the Burrow fans. In that Dakota Bowl last year, over 200 yards from scrimmage, 3 touchdowns in that Kindred's first ever state championship. Swenson in the pistol formation. Wing back right side, hands off. Heinrich cuts back to the left side. He drags a tackler with him before he's brought down. Riley Olson, the safety, coming up to make the stop, but not before the first down is gained. And the Vikings continue to move the chains.
Yeah, Olson, as you said, and also Caden Cassette. He came in, and last week when Triberg went down, and Cassette played really well for Hillsboro-Central Valley, as he had 7.5 tackles a week ago. Helps out there, gets a half there, but again, it's a big push up front by the Kindred Vikings here. They look crisp on this opening drive.
They'll send a man in motion, that being Kylan Swenson. He'll take the jet sweep, handoff left side, bust through, get a little shimmy there along the sideline. Flag comes out behind the play. As it stands right now, it would be another first down and about a 15-yard carry, but we'll wait to see what the laundry's about.
Yeah, we'll let them sort it out. It might be coming back on a hold. It is a holding call over that left side. As Swenson, he shows his quick feet. He's one of those, really elusive guys, really quick and runs low to the ground, quick-footed, but a holding penalty behind the play will nullify that and bring it back.
Cameron Schwartzwalter comes out. Mason Almaris checks back in. He's the wide receiver, wide left side, top of your screen. Wing back, left side, slot back, right side. Shotgun formation, running back Heinrich to the right of Jorgen Swenson. He hands off Heinrich into the second, into the third level, still on his feet, and he breaks it into the open to the 20, 15, 10, one man to beat, and he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings.
Well, he had a good opening there at the point of attack, and then a lot of it after that was just to his strength and also some missed tackles, and Kindred gets on the scoreboard first here tonight with 10:23 to play in the opening quarter, and they looked very sharp, after that early first play swing pass, then just pound, they march it downfield.
A 44-yard touchdown run for Trey Heinrich. And now Riley Sunram will come on to kick. Sunram, the kicker.
Of course, his sister kicked last year.
Yeah. Jordan was the kicker, the point PAT kicker last year.
Yeah.
Here's the snap. Hold down. Kick is up. Kick is good. And it will be a 7-0 lead for the Kindred Vikings on your Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. 10:23 to go. First quarter on yourliveevent.com.
Sorum Oil Company, Highway 81 in Hillsboro. For when you need repair work done on your vehicle, need an oil change, need new tires, or need tire repair, visit Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro. They fill LP tanks, bulk delivery of your home heating or farm fuels, and carry batteries. Call your locally owned full-service gas station, Sorum Oil Company in Hillsboro, 701-636-5356. Brad, Jody, and Blake Sorum, thank you for your business, and they look forward to continuing to serve you at Sorum Oil Company.
New Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans are here. In the Hillsboro area, contact Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877. These new Golden Harvest Gold Series soybeans feature exclusive genetics and high-demand trait platforms like Enlist E3 soybeans and XtendFlex soybeans. Golden Harvest Seeds. Talk with your area representative, Tim Cassette, 701-430-0877 for Golden Harvest Seed.
Trey Heinrich with a 44-yard touchdown run, and the point after attempt puts the Kindred Vikings on top as they kick off from left to right. Kick is back from Jorgen Swenson, picked up at the 15-yard line, cut up the midfield, and nearly breaking his way free that time as Dylan Mitchell nearly found the daylight he needed to get free of everyone.
Yeah, very, very close. A well-designed special teams play, and tripping him up and slowing him down was Blake Hushka. He got an arm out that kind of, took him off balance, and that slowed him up. Then others came in and covered up, but a very nice return.
Riley Olson quarterbacks as they send receiver right, receiver left, Longthorn left, Mitchell right. I formation with Hebel, the fullback, Landon Olson, the tailback. And we got a whistle before the snap. While they talk about it, let's talk about the offensive line of Easton Baszler at left tackle, Oscar Leal at left guard. Caleb Hattelstead is the center. Riley Richter, the sophomore, is at right guard, and Dylan Foss is at right tackle. As they get everything set, officials say, let's go. Handoff is to Cole Hebel. He runs right into the bulk of the defense up front for the Kindred Vikings and picks up just 1 yard.
Yeah, Mason Nipstead led the charge there for Kindred defensively. Big, stout. They're big, strong. They're big young men up front there with Nipstead, Sunram, and Packer and company.
Those are the three down defensive linemen. Beaver, Bindus, Opgren, Heinrich, the linebacking core. As the Burros run a toss to the right side to Landon Olson, trying to get outside, but inside pressure, and that time Packer just jacks him up and brings him down for a loss.
Yeah, showing the experience and the strength. Of course, these guys are great athletes up front for Kindred too. It's no doubt that it's been talked about and looked at, and it's among their strengths. And the first two plays, those three guys for Kindred defensively have made the plays.
Burrows trade a running back for a receiver. They send two wide to the right side, one to the left. The tight end Brandt is on the left side. Olson in the shotgun formation with Hebel to his right side. Blitz comes from the Vikings. It's picked up going deep down the left side looking for Longthorn. He's got a step and he dives. Oh, as he just misses it. Lays out, and as he hits the ground, the ball pops free. Great effort, but an incomplete pass.
Yeah, it was right on his fingertips, and I'll tell you what, he stretched out. He had it momentarily, but just, 2-3 inches was the difference there as he got behind Almaraz. Almaraz stayed right there with him, but Longthorn made a heck of a chance at that catch, and also it was a good pickup of that blitz. It was Hebel who had stepped in there to pick up the blitz to give Olson the time.
On to punt. Here is James Fortman. Two returners back now. One runs up. Flag comes out as the punt gets off. Angle towards the left side. Bounce at the 38 and takes a sideways bounce out to the 37. But the flag coming out right away, you'd imagine someone lining up incorrectly. We'll see who was on.
The officials will confer out here. A little bit of a breeze now is picked up just right before kickoff tonight. It's very, very nice weather out here. We had talked about in the pregame show how it got so still and humid, but a nice breeze out here now, and cloud cover, to the west building up. There's been rain south of us for a good couple of hours down in the Lisbon and Gwinner areas. We know we're also doing broadcasts tonight. They've been having rain, and that penalty flag picked up, and here we go from the 37.
Illegal procedure lined up wrong, but the Vikings will take the spot here with 8:55 to go in this first quarter. They take over on their own 38-yard line. In the pistol formation, man in motion, direct snap goes to the slot back or the wing back on the right side, Charles Beaver, and he will just jet ahead, picking up a solid 8 yards in that carry.
Yeah, Baszler got a hand on him to trip him up. Leal also there to help out. You had mentioned, Jake, in the pregame, I know for sure off air when you and I were talking about, we will see a number of different looks here from the Kindred Vikings offense.
They'll break out with two receivers left side as they bring in Schwartzwalter wide on the left side. They also have Swenson in the slot, send Kylan Swenson in motion all the way to the right side. Jorgen Swenson takes a snap, hands off Trey Heinrich, makes Hattelstead miss in the backfield, gets across the first down marker, and moves the chains on the 2-yard carry.
Yeah, Hattelstead was there, did a nice job of fighting off the defensive end, containment, and then dropping off and winning the battle that time, and getting the tackle there was Caleb Hattelstead.
Almaris will check in. He'll bring the play into the huddle for the Viking offense. 8 minutes to go in this first half. After a quick first drive that went just 1:37, covering 71 yards and a 44-yard Trey Heinrich touchdown run. Twin receivers left side, wing back left side as well. Man in the backfield is Heinrich. They give it to him on the carry left side, trying to get off tackle, and he does a little jump sweep, little push of the hand, kind of go through, picks up 6 yards, and we'll see here as Dylan Filler lost the helmet, he'll have to come off for a play. And Ethan Fornshell will come in on that offensive line then for the Vikings.
Yeah, Foss, they're on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Be a 2nd down and 4. Talked in the pregame that the Vikings last week against Lisbon didn't have the greatest as far as a 3rd down conversion success, just 2 of 11 on 3rd down. But so far in the first drive and this drive, just don't get to 3rd down. You don't have to worry about it. Up to the line of scrimmage. Play clock runs low. Jorgen Swenson takes the snap just before it expires. Hands off. Heinrich, stutter step in the backfield, finds a hole, scampers through, down to the 35, 1st down Vikings.
Yeah, and then he's tackled by Dylan Mitzel, but again, got the 1st down. Nice little step back after he ran right in behind his center, Nipstead, just off of, that right side. But Nipstead up front, been doing a really good job, as Coach Crane had said in the pregame show. He's the guy that leads that charge up front.
With 4 returning starters on that offensive line, getting results you expect, especially got a returning running back in Heinrich as well. 2 receivers, right, 1 left, send a man in motion from the slot to a wing back left side. Swenson takes a snap, pitch out to the left side to Kylan Swenson, who was in the backfield. He makes 1 man miss and then can't get away from the ankle tackle, picking up 7.
And Caden Cazzette, the linebacker, he came over and made a tackle there as Cazzette flying around, and everybody here just trying to, still get their keys and, follow their reads and stay in position, then make the play.
Heinrich will be back in the running back spot in the pistol behind Jorgen Swenson, who turns hands off, run left, cut back to the middle, runs through inside and bowled over that time before Cole Hebel, linebacker, brings him down for the Burros. But another 1st down. That's the 5th in the first quarter for the Viking offense.
And Hillsboro-Central Valley is going to take a defensive timeout to talk about things here.
We'll take the timeout as well. 5:50 to go in the first quarter. The Kindred Vikings lead the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros 7-0 on your Tim Cazzette Seat Sales scoreboard.
North Dakota state law requires students attending school to be up to date on immunizations that protect them from life-threatening diseases such as measles, chickenpox, mumps, or pertussis. Trail District Health Unit reminds parents to get your children all the recommended vaccinations for their health and the safety of our community. Contact Trail District Health Unit if you have any vaccination questions or if you would like to schedule an appointment. Call 701-636-4434 for Trail District Health Unit.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
We make products that last decades. Being able to stand behind our products and having something that is so known for that is awesome.
Out of the timeout, Vikings run the ball, and this time the defense steps up for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Adelstead and Hebel team up and bring down the ball carrier for no gain.
Yeah, they were there and making their reads and made the play. A nice defensive play on 1st down, and that's the first time tonight on 1st down that the Burros have won that, with their defensive unit winning that 1st down play.
Vikings will sub out here as Almaris comes out. Schwartzwalter will come in. He'll be the wide receiver on the right side. Also receiver left side, bring in wing back on the right side, tight end left side in the backfield, turn off to Heinrich looking for a hole, and the Burros stretch him out horizontally, get him to stop the feet, then bring him down again. Hebel in there, this time also Easton Baszler teaming up.
Yep, Hebel and Baszler, and after the timeout, you can see just a different way in how these Burro guys have responded on back-to-back plays, so now it's 3rd and 9.
First 3rd down of the game for the Vikings as well, I believe. As they come out, send two receivers to the right side. Kylan Swenson in the slot, and it will be Mason Almaris out wide to the right. They send Kylan Swenson in deep motion, turn, fake the pitch, and Jorgen Swenson will keep it on a quarterback power. He gets up to the outside, breaks it free to the edge, and he is in on the misdirection play. Jorgen Swenson in for the touchdown for the Vikings.
Yeah, the good read by Swenson, and went away from the motion. He read it and bounced it to the outside, showed his speed, and just goes in untouched. Well executed there by the quarterback, Swenson.
Defense flowed to Kylan, but Jorgen Swenson just kept it.
Yeah, the defense really pursued.
Now Riley Sunram on to kick the extra point. Bindus the snapper, Almaris the holder. Snap, hold, kick. Line drive kick is good. The PAT goes through, and the Kindred Vikings extend their lead, leading 14-0 over Hillsboro-Central Valley on the Tim Cassette Seed Sale scoreboard. You're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
West Main Pizza is adding new items on their list of sweet treats. Introducing Monkey Bread and Cinnamon Sugar Crisp Pizza. The Monkey Bread is a soft bread with cinnamon sugar and caramel baked and served in a skillet. The Cinnamon Sugar Crisp Pizza is topped with cinnamon sugar and a glazed drizzle. Available in 8, 12, or 16-inch pie sizes. Try these and the many other sweet treats from West Main Pizza. Call in your order at 784-3700. Take out or dine in at West Main Pizza.
Keep your lawns, yards, and gardens looking great with the help of Wright Cub Cadet in Hillsboro with their equipment and accessories. This season, the new products are very, very limited, so talk with Darren and Mike to see what's available, and also check with them about used mowers and tillers. They repair all makes, models, colors of tillers, mowers, and small engines. Call 701-636-5692. Wright Cub Cadet on the corner of Caledonia Avenue and Highway 81, Hillsboro.
After Jorgen Swenson gets a touchdown, he gets the kickoff. It's back deep, received by Hillsboro-Central Valley. Mitchell will make one-man miss, stutters way up to the 35, and will be the same starting field position for the Burros on drive number 2 as it was on drive number 1 for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Yeah, a number of Kindred Vikings were down there on special teams. You saw Tyson Johnson. You also saw Tannen Johnson for Kindred, and a bunch of others wearing the blue pants, and the Vikings in white on the sides, and the white jersey tops with the blue numbers. 14-0 right now. Kindred leads with 4:21 to play in the first.
Dylan Mitchell wide right side, top of your screen. As the Burros run the option, Olsen will keep it himself. A good keep that time, reads it right and picks up 9 yards.
Yeah, nice read off that left side, as you said. Then coming up to get on the tackle was Hunter Bidness for Kindred.
2nd and 9 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Mitchell will come out as Isaac Thompson will bring in the play, the sophomore wide receiver for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Swapping in, swapping out with the substitutions. Keeping everyone fresh. As we said, it was a little muggier earlier, a little breeze coming through right now, a little bit of relief for players and fans and broadcasters alike. Two receivers right side, Longthorn in the slot, and Thompson out wide right. Shift on the defensive front by the Vikings. Rolling out, Riley Olsen looking to pass. Looking, now dumping it off into the flat. Caught, make a man miss. Longthorn bust free across the 45, down to the 40, and inside the 40 to the 36-yard line is where they'll mark it. Gain of 22.
You know, Longthorn did a really good job of just settling down there and looking back, seeing where his quarterback was coming. Those two connected. They connected big time last week. You can see the relationship and the trust they already have in the young season. Then showed the elusiveness to, break out of a tackle and get the extra yards after the catch.
Receiver split each way in the pro set. Tight end left side, I formation behind Olsen. Defense drops out as Olsen looking to pass, and a flag comes out, calling the play dead.
Yeah, Hillsboro-Central Valley might be a procedure penalty here.
Let's say movement. So penalty, just the second penalty on the season for the Burros. Just one last week. It was also a pre-snap movement. So it brings it up now, a 1st and 15 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Watching here, the defense of the Vikings coming up with about 5 on the line. Then they'll shift and rotate and roll out, trying to keep the Burro offense guessing as this time triple option. Riley Olson takes it himself. Left side quarterback calls his own number again up to the 31-yard line, and that will pick up 6.
Pick up 6, and you saw Maxwell Opgrand, Jorgen Swenson, and also Riley Sunram all in on the tackle for the Vikings.
Sunram will get a breather on the Viking defensive line as Dylan Filler fills in. Couple subs coming in for the Burros as well, too, as Landon Olson comes out. Isaac Thompson, Dylan Mitchell both check back in. 2nd down and 9. Burros shotgun set. 1 receiver left, 2 receivers right to the wide side of the formation. Olson in the shotgun, runs a quarterback keeper, looks to read it, tries to cut back to the left side. Filled in that time by Beaver as he burrows his way in and gets it for no gain.
Yeah, he sure did. Beaver really read that well. From a linebacking spot, came up and just got there, read the play the entire way, followed in behind his defensive lineman and filled the gap.
Landon Olson checks back in. Burrows look to get some yardage here, put you in a better chance here in 4-down territory. Pro set, I formation, tight end on the right side. Olson will top to Olson. Landon Olson gets around the right side, past 1 ankle tackle, picks up 5, maybe 6 yards as he dives forward. We'll see where they mark him, and brings up 4th down.
And it was Swenson who was in the backfield behind the line of scrimmage that really blew that play up, disrupted it, and Olson then, trying to still get to the edge and pick up a block, but by that time everybody else was in pursuit for Kindred.
4th down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Under a minute now to go in this first quarter. Long time in the huddle. They'll break it with 14 on the play clock. 4th and 6, and still talking things over with 7 seconds on the play clock. The Burros will burn their second timeout to get everything set up. 14-0, Kindred over Hillsboro-Central Valley. 46 seconds left, first quarter on your Tim Cassette seat sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the Burros want you to visit hillsboroK12.com or centralvalleynd.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
yourliveevent.com, your source throughout the season for many, many games coming your way. You can go to the website, check out the broadcast schedule. Next week, Burro fans will have another home game for Burro football on Friday night with Carrington. Also Tuesday, Thursday next week, have Kindred volleyball at Hillsboro-Central Valley, and I believe Oak Grove on Thursday is the matchup there for the Burros.
Yeah, Kindred's been here a lot. They were here yesterday for junior high football. They're back here on Monday for JV football as well.
4th down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Out of the timeout. Play action. Looking to the left side. It's off the hands of Longthorn. Incomplete that time. Just off the fingertips and a turnover on downs.
Yeah, and Mason Almaris was right there. Tell you what, these defensive backs for Kindred, they're playing with an awful lot of confidence, and the defense for Kindred as a unit playing very well here in this first quarter.
43 seconds left here as Kindred takes over. Ball on their own 33-yard line. Get that into the play sheet to start this drive. First 2 drives resulting in touchdowns, one going 71, one going 62 yards, and just over 6 minutes total of time possession in this first quarter. Bring it in tight with the fullback. Twin receivers left side, deep motion for Kylan Swenson. They'll fake to him. Pressure comes, dump it off left side on a tight halfback screen to Hydrich, who breaks 3, gets past 1, across the 50, down to the 49-yard line. And a lot of misdirection on that play. A lot of misdirection, and it ends up in a Viking first down.
Yeah, misdirection, also some missed tackles before Hebel was able to ride him from behind and bring him down. But again, a big gain for Kindred on first down, and that's what the Vikings have been doing tonight.
Same as the first play of the game for the Vikings, an 18-yard gain to Trey Heinrich and a first down into Burro territory, crossing midfield. The game clock is just about a half second behind the play clock, so they will have to run one. 1st and 10. And it will be Swenson keeping it around himself. And he's tripped up by Cole Hebel, knifing in and getting the hand around the ankles to trip him up. Falling forward, though, for a 2-yard gain.
Well, Hebel's been stepping up here the last handful of minutes here in this first quarter to show some senior leadership, and Kindred will go out of this first quarter with a 2-touchdown lead.
Who will step up in the second quarter? Let's find out. Kindred leads Hillsboro-Central Valley 14-0. Your Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard.
Ulster Telephone knows we all like choices. You can choose to have communication and data services up to 1 gigabit over a reliable state-of-the-art fiber optic network. And you can choose to have the same great services available town or country with local service and support. You can choose to have an individual service or bundle. You can choose to avoid tricky promotional pricing. You can choose unlimited data. The choice seems clear. Choose Ulster Telephone, broadband voice TV. 1-800-457-2125.
Flip sides of the field. Now the Kindred Vikings in the white jerseys will be going from right to left, and the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros in the blue jerseys will be going from left to right. Two teams, similar color schemes, just change the jersey and change the helmet. Everything else seems to be about the same, except when you look at the stat sheet after that first quarter, with the Kindred Vikings outgaining the Burros about 140 to 27 in that first quarter.
Well, the Burros sideline is hoping the defense, comes up with a big takeaway here. They need a big play to spark them right now.
Wing back, right side, pistol formation. Turn, hand off. Heinrich wrapped up in the backfield. There he is again. Cole Hebel, we just said he had to step up in the last few minutes of the first quarter. Makes the first play of the second quarter for loss of 1 for Trey Heinrich.
Yeah, Hebel, he's seeing it now, and he's making plays. Peter Dryberg, not able to go to that. I'll tell you what, he is pacing on this sideline. He's doing everything he can as one of those senior leaders to encourage his teammates and, try to motivate them. And he's just pacing and chomping at the bit. This is hurting him that he cannot be on the field. He wants to be on the field, but he's going to be out. We'll see when he does come back.
Trip receivers right side after the motion. Jorgen Swenson back to pass on 3rd and 10. It's nearly intercepted that time as Cassette, who's in for Dryberg, has Peter Dryberg, hands on the face. It was so close. A reaction to that dropped interception brings up a 4th down.
Right on cue, but I think what's important there, Big Jake, in the big scheme is that Cassette read that. He saw that and he timed it and, maybe thinking, and then he said, oh, yeah, I can go react because I can make that play. Things starting to click a little bit. That's a big stop.
Punt formation for Riley Sunram as it's a high punt, not a lot of yardage. Fair catch called, and the returner falls down. Looked like there might have been contact, but no flag, and the ball will bounce inside the 10. Where do they mark it? At the 8?
I'm going to get down there, but yeah, we'll double check. Yeah, it looks like it's around the 7-8 yard line.
So with 11:04 to go, not sure exactly what happened there as fair catch was called.
I think the feet just gave out from underneath him.
Okay.
He kind of got arched back, with his, just trying to reach back because there was a lot of people around him and just lost the footing. He's at the 7. The ball officially at the 7.
All right, with 11:04 to go in this first half, Burros will start in field position to start a drive. They will run it up the gut with Cole Hebel, and he will pick up a little bit of breathing room, about 1.5 yards on the play.
Yeah, Packer was there, and also was Hunter Bendis.
Jack Packer, Mason Nipstead, Riley Sunram on that defensive line, Charlie Beaver, Hunter Bendis, Max Opgren, Trey Heinrich, the linebackers, Cameron Schwartzwalter, Mason Almaris, the corners, Kylan Swenson, Jorgen Swenson, the safeties for this Viking defense. Burrows offense comes out, tight end, left side, receivers each way. Olsen will be under center. Defensive shift for the Vikings. Olsen gets under center with 5, takes a snap, pitches out to the left side. Almost a little bobble there on the pitch, but held on to. Landon Olsen brings it back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Mason Nipstead at the bottom, also Beaver again. They're Kindred, dropping a linebacker back and shifting that line of scrimmage.
3rd down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. They bring in...
Kindred only gave up 1 yard per carry to Lisbon last week, and it's been tough for the Burros to get things going on the ground here tonight. the best that the Burros have had so far offensively as far as yardage goes has been on the option with the quarterback Olson keeping it.
Olson will be in the shotgun this time. 2 receivers right wide side of the field. He'll roll that way. Pressure in his face. Finds a man open. Caught it over the middle. Dylan Mitzel. And he gets it across to the 25-yard line for a first down.
That's a really nice route by Mitzel. Really nice pass by Riley Olson. Jorgen Swenson makes the tackle for Kindred. There is a penalty flag up around the 24-yard line, right to where that tackle was made. Do they call
it looks like
face
a
mask?
Face mask.
Yeah, that's yep.
Yep. Yeah, so it will be the first down for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Tack on the additional yardage, too. So the second penalty of the game.
It was one of those inadvertent, where the hand, slid up and as he's reaching in to, try to tackle from behind and just the 5-yard penalty. Nonetheless, the penalty will give the Burros the extra 5 yards. But, again, that was a great route there and a well-thrown ball.
Credit that throw in a tight window. Defense bails out on the right side. Burros run it left side of the shotgun. The handoff inside run to Cole Hebel, and he's brought down trying to get off the left side of the line. And in there for the stop was Mason Nipstead. We're calling his name a lot early in this first half.
Yeah, Nipstead, he's having none of that. He's tough. These 3 defensive linemen, and actually 4 with Filler in their rotation.
They're some big boys.
They're as advertised. I don't care what you or anybody else tells me they're big, Jake. They're big. And you can put a D in front of that big.
Mitzel, the wide receiver to the right side. Here as Olson back to pass, looking on a double move. Now looks back to the left side, and he catches. Caught by Brent, but then he dropped it as he got hit. He got hit as the ball arrived.
Physical hit, big hit.
And just
that was Swenson, wasn't it, that hit him, the free safety?
Yep, Swenson comes up. That Kylan Swenson, the sophomore, lowers the shoulder there. Good, clean hit and dislodges the football for the incomplete pass.
Brandt, 6'7". Swenson, I'm not exactly sure, but I'm saying he's probably about
not 6'7".
5'8", 5'9". Big hit right in the back.
3rd and 11 for the Burros. They send 2 out wide to the right side. 1 to the left side in the shotgun set. Hebel, the running back, to the right side. Olson will roll that way. He's got a lot of pressure in his face immediately. Finds here to Longthorn. Makes one man miss on the curl route. Gets up across the 46 for a Burro first down. Picking up 14.
Yeah, Riley Olson, I'll tell you what, I was watching him here as he came around. You can see the veteran in him, the experience. Obviously, he's been around the game since he was first born, but how he stayed with that, he read that, and he threw that where the only guy who was going to get that was his receiver, tight on the sideline, and then another just duck underneath and get the extra yardage.
Here the I formation. Olson under center, looks to pass, looking left side. He'll dump it off again, this time Mitzel, as he's hit after he threw. Flag coming out, so 9 yards plus we'll have penalty yardage coming.
This one I think might be coming back. They might call a holding call here. Nope, maybe it's against Kindred. Yeah, it looks like it might be against the Vikings because the Burro players are all applauding this. I just thought from maybe where it was thrown, but I didn't see. Was that a personal foul?
Yeah,
personal foul.
Roughing the passer.
Yeah, yep.
So that the 3rd penalty on Kindred, now totaling 30 yards. And moves it across for Burro territory. First down.
Well, the Burros are getting momentum here. It started with their defense. Hebel, some big plays. Then Kazette read that. They got the punt, and now they've converted some pass plays. And, you can just see, looks like a little more confidence in their eyes right here.
Isaac Thompson, top of your screen, left side, give on the option. No, he'll be kept by Olson. He'll lower the shoulder, get off 1, get off 2, and then Brandt comes over trying to give him a little bump draft, but it'll be down to the 25-yard line, gain of 6 for Riley Olson.
Kylan Swenson on the tackle for Kindred. Olson again, though, picks up some positive yards, comes off that right side. Now coming in will be Dylan Mitzel. Out with the regular rotation is Isaac Thompson bringing the plays in from the sideline. 7:20 to play, first half. Kindred leads 14-0. YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks to our sponsors for allowing us to be here tonight and make the broadcast possible.
Drive that started on the 7-yard line 4 minutes ago. Olson runs the option this time to the left. Pitches it to Landon Olson. He gets the edge, and he will pick up the first down. They're picking up 5 yards.
Yeah, Beaver on the tackle, but Riley Olson and Landon Olson, they get the pitch and get the necessary yardage for a first down. So, again, move the chains and keep things moving. And just on the sideline here, the energy has certainly grown for Hillsboro Central Valley as the skies around the field here at the Hillsboro Sports Complex darken tonight. Looks like rain off to the south here tonight.
I formation, Olson under center. Hebel and Landon Olson, the backs. Back to pass off the play action. Riley Olson looks down, deep down the middle. It is incomplete. There's those bobbled up in the air. Swenson and Almaris looks like they were the two around there, and it's incomplete.
Yeah, looking to get it to Brandt with the height advantage. There was 3 guys that stayed with him as Swenson, the free safety, also he hooked on, latched on to Brandt's route. The linebacker dropped back deep, plus the corner coming over, so Kindred had that well defended right around the goal line.
Riley Olson, 4 of 8 passing, 61 yards in this first half. Looking to get something going on 2nd and 10. I formation, handoff. We'll note the option. He'll pitch it out to Landon Olson, and he has strung out Heinrich, the linebacker, flowing after the first defender forced the pitch. Heinrich then hit the Jets, brought him down, and it'll be no gain.
And Schwartzwalter also a part of that because he stayed in there and kept his hat in there against the block of the receiver. Heinrich with just tremendous coming from the backside pursuit. He really closed the gap in a hurry and made the play.
See if the Burros can get another 3rd down conversion. They picked up 4 first downs on this drive. Looking for another one. 3rd and 10. Olson in the shotgun set. Hebel running back to his left side. Rolling out to the left. Set. Throw the feet on the out route. Go down to the knees. Stayed on his feet to pick it up and get the first down. Again, 3rd down conversions for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Yeah, Beaver among those on the tackle for Kindred. But again, the receiver, was that Thompson that time?
Mitzel.
It was Mitzel. And also Mitzel, he showed, the ability that, hey, I'm not just going to go down here. I'm going to get up and I'm going to take people on. He got the extra, 2-3 yards to give him an easy first down. So it's 1st and goal right at the 8.5 yard line.
So Burros come out under center. Riley Olson, I formation, tight end, left side, pro set. Run the option, left side. Olson keeps it himself, ducks inside into a crowd of white jerseys, swarmed up, and all I saw was Jack Packer coming over the top from the weak side, bringing the whole pile down.
Yeah, Packer and helmet came off for Riley Olson. Sunram was also at the bottom. And Riley Olson.
So Olson then would have to come out for a play.
Yep.
Archer Kritzberger is the backup quarterback. He's coming over.
And the Burros are going to take a timeout because the timeout will save, that Riley Olson does not need to take a play off if they take the timeout. That's what they're going to do here. Head coach Scott Olson on the field asking the officials, and timeout's been indicated here. 5:10 to go.
So the 3rd and final timeout for Hillsboro Central Valley in this first half with 5:10 to go in the second quarter. No, hold on. We're going to talk it over. We're going to decide.
The officials
if the
are.
Helmet was forced off, then he doesn't have to come out.
Well, the officials, they got together to make sure that they got it right. And nice job of officiating here. Great to have these guys officiating. And anybody else out there, hey, if you love the game and want to be involved, we need officials. So you're welcome to learn more about it. So Riley Olson will come off for this play.
This looks like a Wildcat formation. Mitzel, who had been a quarterback up till this year, will be in the shotgun set. Cole Hebel will be to his left. Snap back. Mitzel going to keep it himself. Looking to dance around, then dives forward, sticks the foot in, drives straight ahead. Cuts the distance down by 2 inside the 5 to the 4 yard line for Dylan Mitzel.
Yeah, and Mitzel gets the positive yards out of it. Blake Hushka in on the tackle as the Vikings will rotate some personnel. Going with 4 down linemen here on 3rd and goal from just outside the 4.
Riley Olson, after the forced breather, will come back in. Also, Isaac Thompson will be in as well into that pass personnel formation that they spread him out with.
Play clock at 5.
2 receivers right, tight end right side, shotgun set.
Timeout.
And that will be the third timeout here for Hillsboro-Central Valley in the first half. Coming with 4:05 to go before halftime. Kindred leading 14-0. It'll be third and goal when we come back. Borough football on yourliveevent.com.
Goose River Heating and Cooling Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro and surrounding communities, ready to provide you with service work to existing and new customers. Whether Corey and the crew installed your heating and cooling system or not, they're ready to assist you with your service concerns. And if it's time to update your heating and cooling systems, whether it's your home, farm shop, a cabin, or office building, give Corey and the crew at Goose River Heating and Cooling a call. 701-430-1990. That's Goose River Heating and Cooling, Hillsboro, serving the Hillsboro area and surrounding communities.
Big third and goal opportunity for Hillsboro-Central Valley, trailing 14-0 in this first half of play. Looking to see if they can punch it in. 4 yards to get into the end zone. They will come out. Riley Olson leads them out.
Been a heck of a drive starting back at their 7.
Isaac Thompson slot right. Dylan Mitzel wide right. Micah Longthorne wide left. The wide receivers in the formation. Cole Hebel, the running back, next to Olson in the backfield. Shotgun snap back, looking, over the middle, and it's through the hands of Mitzel, trying to get him on the skinny post route, just overthrown.
Yeah, it was
reach.
overthrown. Yeah, he was not able to get his hands on that. Just a little bit high for him, right there back at the post, and they'll go forward here on 4th and goal from the 4.
Burrows have had success on this drive with the pass, as 50 of the
Isaac Thompson comes on here for the
89
Burrows.
yards that they've traveled have been through the pass. Of course, they had the 15-yard penalty, too. Actually, 20 yards in penalty.
Yeah, and that really helped give them, the much better field position.
So 4th down, Olson to pass, rolls out to his right side. He's got a man in his face, throws over the top. Brandt, can he hold on? No. Incomplete pass. Flag down on the play, though. We do have a flag down.
Yeah, penalty flag on the field. Holding on Hillsboro-Central Valley. That'll be declined. Yeah, it was Brandt was a yard in the end zone, and Riley Olson put it right there. Just couldn't hang on to it.
So 3:52, ball will turn over on downs. Here a long drive, almost, let's see,
It's about 7-8 minutes.
7 minutes, 45 seconds, roughly.
Yeah, it was a great drive. Just couldn't cap it off. So Kindred now, they'll try to turn the tables. Burrows defense will try to come up with a big play.
Jorgen Swenson will take the snap, hand off to Trey Heinrich, and he powers through. How did he get through that first line? He just kind of ducked under and slipped through. Picks up 9 yards. 9 yards in that first run.
Yeah, Landon Olson finally able to bring him down. Might have been a couple of others helping, but yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage, looked like it was going to be a tackle, and his strength powered through that. And the Vikings offensive linemen, to their credit, they kept blocking, and Heinrich kept running.
2nd and 9. Burrows trying to get a stop, see if they can get a short field before the first half. As they hand off again to Heinrich, he will get past the first down, spins off. Third level comes over, brings him down across the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And again, just breaking through, an ankle tackle attempt, and he's just saying, no, you need to do more than that if you think I'm going to go down. Oscar Leal will come out, and Jack Matson will come in.
Burrows quickly get the defensive front set in the shotgun set. Jorgen Swenson, play action back to pass. Looking, he throws to the right side, dumped off in the flat on the short rope, trying to make a man miss, turn back to the inside. Pass was complete to Bendis, his first catch of the game.
Yeah, Landon Olson on the tackle again for the Burrows.
So a gain of 5.5. Brings up a 2nd and 4 for Kindred. Vikings still with all 3 timeouts. 2:20 to go, first half. Jorgen Swenson, shotgun formation here with the wing back on the left side. Sends a man in motion. That's Kylan Swenson. They will fake it to him. Jorgen Swenson will keep a big hole up the middle as he busts it to the right side. He's free into the field. One man to beat. Got to get by Mitzel to the 20, to the 15, and down the sideline. Touchdown, Kindred. A 74-yard touchdown run for Jorgen Swenson, his second touchdown of the game.
And, Jake, nothing real fancy about that, just a nice run, but point of attack, and got into the open and gone.
Yeah, a little bit of misdirection, but other than that, it was pretty much straight up to the gut until he cut it to the outside with 1:57 to go in this first half. And a 96-yard drive that took a minute 55 for the Vikings. Sunrise in to kick the extra point. The kick is up. The kick is good. And the Vikings lead 21-0 on your Tim Gazette seat sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
There is another way to minimize your farm's risk and protect its equity with margin protection coverage. This is Bethany Rentz, crop insurance agent with Irie Insurance. Margin protection provides coverage against an unexpected decrease or increase in operating margin. In other words, we can put a policy in place to protect you from changing input costs and crop prices on your farm. Let us help you explore this option between now and September 30th to get you covered. For more information, go to irieins.com.
You're protected and appreciated at Irie.
21-0, Kindred leads over Hillsboro-Central Valley. Under 2 minutes to go before we hit halftime. Reminder with the Ryan Opdahl Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report coming up. We'll get halftime coaches' comments. We'll get some stats, storylines for the first half. Take a look around the area, too, with the other games going on with yourliveevent.com and get you updated on those matchups. For this kickoff here is Jorgen Swenson. 2 touchdowns rushing in the first half. 95 yards on 3 carries and 2 touchdowns. Good first half for the senior quarterback for the Kindred Vikings.
In the last 90 seconds of game, really a huge change from potential touchdown for the Burros to no score, and now the Vikings answered and got a quick one.
Longthorn from the 16-yard line, and it will be up to the 20-yard line. Or excuse me, that was Landon Olson. Landon Olson with the 4-yard return brings it up to the 20, where the Burros bring it on offense. No timeouts, minute 52 left.
Well, Jake, we've been here 1,000 times as broadcasters. Maybe an old guy like me has been around 20,000 times where you got, the scoreboard, what it is, but you still got to play and you have to respond. You can see that, Kindred, now is, hey, we're juiced up. Look what we're doing. Hillsboro-Central Valley, respond. How do you roll back from some adversity?
Quick pass here and mishandled. Drop pass that time, incomplete, intended for Mitzel. Burrows going with some quick curls, quick outs, trying to get their receivers the ball quickly. Part of it, too, you watch the defense of the
give
Vikings.
Riley Olson some time, yeah, because those 3 linemen, they're making a push. They have been since the game started.
You also watch the corners of the Vikings, especially that weak side. They bail out right before the snap, giving some cushion there usually. This time they don't, of course. Run the triple option. Olson fakes the pitch, keeps it himself across the 30 to the 31-yard line.
Dylan Viller says, hey, here I am. I didn't get the start, so now the Vikings are going to take a timeout with 95 seconds to go in the first half. And Coach Matt Crane talked in the pregame show about they flew around defensively, last week, that phrase of, hey, we're flying around, and, the guys up front, linebackers, defensive backs, all flying around, all doing their thing. They certainly have been in this first half. They are defensively pretty fine-tuned here through the first week and a half.
Yeah, talked last week against Lisbon, 31 yards rushing allowed in the game on 29 rushes, a 1.07 yards per carry average. So far this first half, doing some quick math here, 37 yards rushing for the Burros first half on 15 carries. So 2.02. or something like that, yeah.
So, simple math back in the day, we would have said 2.
Well, do you round down or do you round up? You got to
know.
Boom,
boom, bing.
We'll round up on this one. Call it a 3rd and 6 for the Burros. Got to get it across the 35 up to the 37. Secondary bails out as the Burros roll to the right side, looking at pressure in the face, comeback route. Longthorn will get it and be hit out of bounds. Clock stops, would have stopped with the first down, but stops as he goes out of bounds as well, too, up to the 39-yard line, first down Burros.
He's been running some really good routes. He came up and, curled that thing and just settled down in, gave his quarterback, Riley Olson, a target and positioned himself so that if he's going to get hit, he's going to hang on to the football. And Riley Olson, read that, timed it, saw his guy. There's a lot of trust between those two.
Pro set, tight end, right side. Olson will run the pitch play to Landon Olson on the right side, trying to follow his lead blocker, get up, and he stays in bounds with 1:22 to go, picking up 6 yards up to the 45. Burros will see if they go a little bit faster here.
We have a few raindrops coming down here, Jake, on the field.
Raindrops just falling on your head?
They are.
All right. Just making sure. 3rd and 4.
On my shoulders, too.
60 seconds left in this first half. Again, Burros out of timeouts. Run the option left side. Not so much an option as Cole Hebel, the fullback, just kind of gets in front of Olson, runs as the lead blocker that time. And they should pick up the first down. It's going to be right near the sticks.
I think that was Riley who just kept it that time, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Officials are going to call for a measurement.
Yep.
So official timeout will stop the clock. Again, if it was a first down, the clock would have stopped anyway. With time for them to reset the chains here on that high school level, college level, same scenario. So
here's the storied chain gang crew for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Been around. This is a unit that has about 106 years experience.
They got guys of 40-plus years on that crew that they've been devoted to not missing a game.
The rookie has 7 years.
They call it a 3rd down and probably less than an inch. Likely just going to see a scrum here of Olson trying to snap the ball and fall forward on the sneak, pick up the first down. 50 seconds here as the clock rolls. Olson will get under center, looks over the sideline here with 44 on the game clock, takes a snap, goes back, looking right side, pressures face, Jack Packer with the sack! Packer with his 3rd sack of the season. He is pumped and a loss of 11.
Yeah, and Packer just was back there in a split second. I was just, during that timeout, I was watching this, I don't know if it was a huge dragonfly type thing or if it was a hummingbird or what, but man, this little thing was flying around and scurrying across this field, and Jack said, "Oh, Burke, don't be watching that little thing with wings. Take a look at me. I'm big 77. Look what I'm going to do."
Yeah, big 77, Jack Packer, the senior. You look at a guy that size, he's explosive out that. He's got a good first step there. He's been in the backfield a lot tonight.
He's a pretty good athlete to go back to the state track and field meet,
That's right. Yeah. So 4th and 10 now after the loss on the sack. Burros will come out in punt formation. James Fortman, the punter. Second time that he's been out to punt tonight.
Got a guy coming on the field here late for the Burros. They just have kind of had, this and that throughout the evening here tonight on all aspects.
One return man runs up for Kindred. The low snap comes back and kind of a rugby-style punt then. Fortman forced into it, gets a good roll.
It's effective, very effective.
Down to the 30, and it'll be 1st and 10, Kindred from the 30. Leave one timeout left in 26 seconds.
Well, we'll see what the Vikings do.
Yeah, leading 21-0, seeing if they just want to take it into the half. Burros have their choice to start the second half. Or if they want to take a shot, they've had a couple of explosive plays, a 44-yard touchdown run, a 74-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, watch here for a potential screen. They opened up the game with that screen. They might come back to it here.
The wingback left side, receivers each way. They'll run the toss play out to Heinrich. Riley Olson, the safety, trying to turn it back inside. Heinrich fakes inside, then goes back outside where Caden Cassette brings him down inbounds, and it'll be a 9-yard gain.
And the clock's going to continue to run here. Under 10 seconds. We'll see if Kindred just elects to leave it run out.
As the final seconds will tick off, that will bring us to halftime as we get ready for our halftime coaches' comments. Kindred Vikings leading the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros 21-0 at the end of this first half of play. So we go down to the field. Our halftime coaches' comments. Head coach for Hillsboro-Central Valley is Scott Olson.
Well, Scott, first half, obviously not what you wanted. Just seemed out of sync at times.
Yeah, we were trying to. They're a good team, and we're getting in situations where I didn't think we'd be able to pass the ball as well as we have, and now we have. So then we're trying to get those more plays like that. But I thought our guys responded after their first 2 drives. They shoved it down our throat, and I thought we responded after that. And then we drive the whole field, and then don't score, and then give up a score right away. So that's a big turn right there. If we can score on that drive in the middle of the second quarter, whatever. But we didn't. But we got to answer back in the second half.
Yeah, defensively, just making more of the right reads and staying there, or what's going on?
We can't read against them. You got to go. You just got to go and attack.
All right, head coach Scott Olson for the Burros here at halftime, as it's Kindred leading 21-0 with a light rain falling here during the halftime show presented by Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. It's Kindred leading 21-0 here at halftime. More on the Ryan Opdahl Agency, Farmers Union Insurance halftime report coming up.
My name is Jared, born and raised in Minnesota, and I'm a project director at Enbridge. Enbridge is more than a pipeline company. It's a company participating in renewable energy projects in Minnesota and abroad, and I'm really proud to be working here.
We believe a cleaner energy future is achievable. For over 20 years, we've been early adopters of renewable energy, and we're proudly committed to net zero emissions by 2050. To hear more from Jared, visit enbridge.com/Jared. That's Jerrid.
For all your fresh floral needs, rely on 3R Floral on Main Street in Hillsboro. If you have an upcoming wedding or a special event, contact 3R Floral to help with your floral needs for the occasion. Call 3R Floral at 701-636-2000. You can also find other gift ideas for all occasions at 3R Floral, including wooden items from Barnwood Designs. Check out the 3R Floral Facebook page to see some of the great gifts available. If you can dream it, we can do it at 3R Floral in Hillsboro. Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halstead Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halstead Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career, doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
This is Bailey Scott, a senior at Fargo Davies High School and the 2022-23 North Dakota High School Activities Association Distinguished Student. Educational athletics, including games like this one, teach a lifetime values such as respect for your opponents, coaches, officials, and classmates. There are few better places than athletic competition to demonstrate respect for others. By your demonstration of respect for those participating and watching today, you underscore that the most important part of high school competition is the people involved and not the game itself. A public service message from the North Dakota High School Activities Association and this radio station.
At halftime, with your Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report, Kindred leads Hillsboro-Central Valley 21-0. In the first half, Vikings with touchdown drives, a 44-yard touchdown run from Trey Heinrich, and then a 19 and a 74-yard touchdown runs from Jorgen Swenson. PAT's good from Riley Sunram on all three, and a 21-0 halftime score. In the first half, Kindred with 262 yards of offense, 220 rushing, 42 passing. It was Trey Heinrich with 110 yards and a touchdown on 13 carries. Jorgen Swenson, 3 carries for 95 yards, 2 touchdowns. Kylan Swenson, 1 carry, 7 yards. And Charlie Beaver with a 1 carry for 8 yards. Trey Heinrich has 2 catches for 36 yards. And it is Hunter Bindus with a 1 catch for 6 yards. Jorgen Swenson, 3 of 4 passing, 42 yards in the first half. Riley Sunram, 3 of 3 extra point attempts. Also, it was Jack Packer with a sack on defense for the Vikings. For the Burros, 112 yards of total offense in the first half, 32 yards and 17 carries on the ground, 80 yards passing in the first half. Landon Olson, 6 carries, 13 yards. Riley Olson with 6 carries, 28 yards. Cole Hebel, 3 carries, no yards. And Dylan Mitchell, 1 carry, 2 yards. A team rush of -11 on a sack for the Burros, puts them back to 17 carries, 32 total yards. 3 catches for Michael Longthorne, totaling 44 yards. 3 catches for Dylan Mitchell, totaling 36 yards. Add them up, and it's a 6 of 13 passing first half for Riley Olson for 80 yards total in the first half. Neither team had a turnover in the first half, but the Vikings had 3 touchdowns. That's why they lead 21-0 on your Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard. This is your halftime show from Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style doesn't get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
The City of Hillsboro welcomes you with opportunities to build, grow, live, and work in the Hillsboro community. With the City of Hillsboro Renaissance Zone, new businesses and entrepreneurs can use to start a business. The time for you to consider Hillsboro is now. Come see us, make the drive, and visit the City of Hillsboro. Contact city offices or visit www.hillsboro-nd.com. Small town, big opportunity. Experience Hillsboro. Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearly, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
You won this year's chili cook-off. Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
He remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense.
River's Edge Insurance Agency, Halsted. 218-456-2172.
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah.
Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro halftime report. Kindred leads Hillsboro-Central Valley 21-0. Ryan Opdahl Agency on West Caledonia Avenue in Hillsboro. Call 701-436-5777. Auto, home, farm, business insurance. Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. Give him a call. Shoot him a text. Talk to Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance of Hillsboro. In the first half, Kindred leading 21-0. As we look around our out-of-town scoreboard here on yourliveevent.com at halftime, Northern Cass leads Ellendale Edgeley-Calm 21-13. It is a 6-6 game with Linton and Lisbon. Linton HMB and Lisbon 6-6. They just started the third quarter in that game. And also on yourliveevent.com here tonight, we have Oak Grove at Sargent County. And checking on that score as I pull that up, and I hit the wrong button, so now I got to go back, redo everything that I just did to get back to where I want to be. Here with, again, Oak Grove at Sargent County, a little Region 1 matchup, and we'll see here if I can quit bumping it. 13-6, Oak Grove with the lead over Sargent County into the second quarter in that contest. So those are the games going on with yourliveevent.com here in Hillsboro. A little rain falling on us during halftime. Just a light trickle, nothing major yet. But we're getting ready for a second half when we come back. Kindred, Hillsboro-Central Valley. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Community Co-op Energy Solutions. Our team will help you with pre-buys and contracting. Our services also extend with on-farm service calls, tanks, pumps, bulk oil, DEF and tank monitoring, fuel, propane, and natural gas. Call us at 1-888-935-2281 so we can help you with energy solutions from Community Co-op.
On some smaller projects to get me worked up to some of the bigger things built around here.
The atmosphere in the shop is very, very team-based, which is great.
It's really cool to see the beginning and end product.
So it's very satisfying to build something that you know people are really going to appreciate.
You're never too young to start saving for your future. Dakota Heritage Bank offers the Grow With Us program. It's a young savers club with various incentives, newsletters, a higher savings rate, bonuses, and more. Contact Dakota Heritage Bank to learn more about the Grow With Us program. Dakota Heritage Bank has locations across North Dakota and northwestern Minnesota. Dakota Heritage Bank offers mobile banking, online banking, and bill pay. Visit us online, dhbanknd.com. Dakota Heritage Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
The Hillsboro and Central Valley schools are glad to have students and staff back in the classroom and in activities. If you have questions in regards to the activity schedule for either school, the boroughs want you to visit hillsboroK12.com or centralvalleynd.com and click on the HCV Athletics tab. The schedules and calendars are posted each day too. The school websites in Hillsboro and Central Valley are valuable resources for the community. Visit them often for updated information, daily announcements, contact info. It's all on the school website for the Hillsboro and Central Valley school districts.
Halftime from Farmers Union Insurance in Hillsboro. Ryan Opdahl, 701-436-5777. The phone number there to give Ryan Opdahl a call as we go onto the field. Here with some halftime coaches' comments. There is Jim Berkmeyer with head coach of Kindred, Matt Crane.
Yeah, Coach, as rain comes down here as we end up the half, you're up 21-0. Looked like a pretty impressive first half from your side, didn't it?
Yeah, thank you. No, we're really happy with the way we played that first half. We got to keep it rolling, though. We know they got a lot of pride, a lot of passion. They're going to come out swinging here in the second half.
What do you want to do in the second half to keep becoming a better football team?
We just got to move the chains 3-4 yards a pop, 2 hands on the ball, and take care of it.
Coach, thanks so much. Talking to the postgame. Good luck.
Thank you.
Head coach Matt Crane for the Kindred Vikings here at halftime as rain comes down at the Hillsboro Sports Complex.
Rain comes down. We get set for our second half to kick off. We're 60 seconds away on yourliveevent.com.
Don't be fooled by that beat-up old cap. Its faded crown represents the tireless work of America's farmers and ranchers. Its sturdy brim, their dedication to providing our nation with a safe, affordable food source from sunup to sundown. They're turning quarters into the dollars that drive our rural economy. So we'd like to tip our hat to them. Farmers Union Insurance, protecting those that protect America's food source.
Contact Ryan Opdahl, Farmers Union Insurance, Hillsboro.
Welcome to a better banking experience with First State Bank. Locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, First State Bank is here for you. Locally owned for over 120 years, we know you and the area. Banking for today with savings, checking, and loan services for business, personal, or agriculture. And helping to guide you to tomorrow with wealth management and insurance services. Today, tomorrow, together. First State Bank. Stop into our locations in Grand Forks, Thompson, Buxton, Mayville, and Portland, or visit online, firststatebanks.com. Well, will halftime showers bring third quarter touchdowns? The Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros certainly hope so, trailing 21-0. And you got to imagine this rain coming down certainly affects that game plan that was working with the pass attack to move the ball down the field. Couldn't get in the end zone, but certainly could be hindered by this rain here as we get ready to start this third quarter of play. It will be Burro football on offense as, they are back to receive. Jorgen Swenson will tee it up, kick it from right to left for the Kindred Vikings. Here, Landon Olson, Dylan Mitzel go back deep to receive for Hillsboro-Central Valley, going from left to right. Burros in the blue with the white helmets, Vikings in the white with the blue helmets here tonight. Thanks again for joining us on YourLiveEvent.com. Thanks to all the sponsors you've seen, and we ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here. And we thank you for being here for our second half as it's kicked off by Jorgen Swenson. Landon Olson goes back over his head, sees the football roll by him, and it rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So Burros will take over here from the 20-yard line to start this third quarter of play. Here for Hillsboro-Central Valley, offensive Easton Baszler, Oscar Leal, Caleb Hattlestead, Riley Richter, Dylan Foss on the offensive line, with Michael Longthorne, Dylan Mitzel, the receivers, Jacob Brandt in at tight end, Cole Hebel, fullback, Landon Olson, a running back, Riley Olson, the quarterback for Hillsboro-Central Valley. As we reach back, turn on the light, hopefully won't get too much glare on this window, but it's kind of hard to see the sheets without it.
Well, you have glare on the window, and I have a rain on everything.
Well, we'll try and keep you dry as we can as Riley Olson will keep it on the option play. Tries to cut back, went right, looked back left, picked up 2 on the first carry of the second half.
Oh, yeah, just short gain there defensively. Again, the guys up front for Kindred. You made me laugh there, Jake. It was almost like you became a comedian then when you said, we're gonna do everything to keep you dry.
Everything I can from up here.
I think we should wait until the heavy stuff comes.
Riley Olson under center, high formation, pro set, run the toss play out to the left side. Landon Olson tries to sneak by to the edge, but can't get away from the hands there. The defense had him up around the waist, had him on the hip, and brought him down. Gets gain 4 yards, brings up third down, and about 4 yards to go.
Mason Nipstead and others again for the Kindred Vikings.
Nipstead, that nose tackle, flanked by Riley Sunram, Jack Packer, the defensive ends, Charlie Beaver, Max Opgren, Hunter Bindus, Trey Heinrich, the linebacking core with Cameron Schwartzwalter, Mason Almaris, the corners, Kylan Swenson, Jorgen Swenson, the strong safety, free safety for this Kindred Viking defense. 3rd and 4. Burros roll out to the right side. Lots of pressure in Olson's face. He fires here, and it is in and out of the hands of Trey Heinrich. Nearly had the pick as he dives for it, but it is incomplete. Again, pressure all night in the face of Riley Olson.
Yeah, and pressure really came off the edge that time, and nobody picked that up. And Riley back there just had to absorb the hit and almost intercepted by Swenson.
So a 4th down, punt unit comes out. James Fortman, the punter for Hillsboro-Central Valley, punted once last week for a 37-yard punt. He's already had 2 kicks here today. Trying to see if he can put something into it and get going. Did have the low snap again. Backup long snapper too, as Peter Dryberg, the normal snapper, is out with the injury. High punt here will be bouncing past the 50 to the 45, down inside the 40, and to the 37 is where the ball will drop.
Penalty flag back here at the 28-yard line, right at the line of scrimmage. I don't know if somebody left too soon.
We'll see then here.
Was, with the low snap and the wet conditions and the ball bouncing and the timing, the
illegal formation on the Burros declined.
Yep. Kindred will just take the football right there where you said it was.
With 10:22 to go in this third quarter. And weather playing against the Burros, playing into the Viking game plan now as they want to keep pounding the ball forward on the ground, hold on to it, and see if they can continue to run out this second half. They'll come out, two receivers left side in the pistol set. Kylan Swenson goes in deep motion. They fake the pitch to him, and then Jorgen Swenson keeps it on the quarterback keeper up the middle, and he'll pick up 4 yards.
Yeah, Riley Olson on the tackle for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Jack Packer, Dylan Filler, Mason Nipstead, Blake Uska, Riley Sunram, the offensive line, with Max Opgren, the tight end, tailback and receivers of Trey Heinrich, Kylan Swenson, Charlie Beaver, and Mason Almaris. Quarterback Jorgen Swenson for Kindred. In the pistol set. Wing back left side, they'll hand off to Heinrich, running to left side, then tries to work his way back right side towards the hash mark. He gets to the 45-yard line. Another gain there of 3 on the play.
Landon Olson on the play as he just comes and attacks that and gets after it.
3rd and 3 for the Vikings. And defending state champs, they have won 9 in a row. The last loss was last year, week 2, to Hillsboro-Central Valley. And they're trying to reverse that fortune week 2 this year. Pistol set. Jorgen Swenson runs into Heinrich. They miscommunication in the backfield, and the Burros defense bring them down back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1. Heinrich will end up with the loss and bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, the two linebackers, Cole Hebel and Landon Olson there on the stop. So Kindred will be forced to punt here with just under 9 minutes to go in this third quarter. Rain coming down in Hillsboro tonight. Been raining around us for hours, and we started to get a few drops just earlier, and now it's a steady rain here in the second half.
Riley Sunram on to punt as this kick goes up, and it's lost in the black clouds. I can't follow it, but it's fair caught that time by Longthorn, and it will be Burro football.
Yeah, Longthorn kept his eyes on that and came up and made the fair catch. As Hillsboro-Central Valley will be starting right around their 20-yard line.
8:34 to go in this third quarter. Burros come out. They have put together a couple drives, but they've had them stall out inside the red zone or near the red zone. And unable to convert, trying to put something together now. They'll come out with twin receivers on the right side from the 22. Riley Olson will hand it off, and Cole Hebel will be into a pile, picking up 2 yards, and then finally the whistle blows the play dead.
Yeah, and for Hebel, what is that? It's only, his 3rd, 4th carry tonight?
4 carries, totaling 2 yards. He's had a 2-yard, a loss of 2, and a couple of 1-yard gains.
Packer defensively there for the Vikings.
Burros here, long time in the huddle. They'll break it with 12 on the play clock. 3 receivers set, 2 right, 1 left from the left hash mark. Riley Olson here. Now the defense rolls over, covers that slot receiver. Olson fires across the middle. It's off the hands that time. Can't be hauled in. Oh, it looks like someone might have
Dylan Mitzel
stepped on Mitzel's ankle, or did he just land wrong?
I don't know I'm not sure if he landed wrong or if he landed on someone's foot, but he gets up hobbling some. Again, open there, running a nice route. Just slipped through his hands. Mitzel will come out as Thompson comes in. Also Landon Olson back in for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Be a 3rd down.
Trainers are stretching out Mitzel here.
3rd and 8. 2 receivers right side, I formation. They'll roll Olson out. Pressure in his face, a lot of pressure, and he's brought down for another sack back to the 12-yard line. Another big loss that time, and was that Sunram or Packer? One of them got to him first.
Yeah, Sunram, Packer. It was Packer, and also you had Beaver there, and Kindred just really coming and owning the line of scrimmage there and getting back at Riley Olson before he's got any time.
Through 6.5 quarters on the season, Jack Packer already has 4 sacks. on that defensive front for the Vikings, being a force up there. Fortman into punt. Receivers for Kindred. Here was Swenson and Beaver back inside the 50-yard line. Fortman's punt is picked up here on the 42-yard line and brought down right away. Mitzel, and he looks like he's down with some pain.
Yeah, it just looks like maybe a hamstring or something here now.
Got something tangled up. That was actually Almaris with the return here, but timeout here, injury timeout for the Burros on the field. They'll get them stretched out with 6:55 to go in this third quarter. Kindred leading 21-0. And we'll take a quick break while they work on Mitzel, and we'll come back here in this third quarter on YourLiveEvent.com.
Big Tex is the name you can trust to build great trailers. Big Tex and Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro are the names behind quality, precise design, and depth of production line. Big Tex, where style does not get lost in the rugged construction of products. Big Tex is made to last and made to perform. When your Big Tex touches the ground, it's tested and warranted, ready for every transport job you have. Get your Big Tex trailer at Bloomfield Enterprises Hillsboro. Contact Tim at 701-430-0877 or Larry 218-368-7989.
Well, Mitzel able to get up and get off on his own power here, and for Hillsboro-Central Valley, they'll be on defense now after the punt. Coming in the secondary, Bowden Allen will come in. He'll be as a safety. Also, looks like Kyle Halfley in at a corner as well for Hillsboro-Central Valley defensively. As they roll up the defense into basically a 4-4 look. They had Packer as a wingback on the left side, sent him in motion, but the play whistled dead.
Flags.
There, the illegal procedure, and that will mark him back 5 yards. So, yeah, you take your left tackle and you motion him across. I mean, obviously looking like a power run to that side. We'll see how they line up for this one, but mark it back now, a 1st and 15, ball at the 45-yard line. And they will come out again. Jack Packer is a wingback on the left side. That's at the bottom of your screen, or the near side of the screen. Motion him in flat, motion to the right side. Jorgen Swenson hands off to Heinrich. He's brought down the backfield. Flag came out right away. And
I'm wondering if Packer's just turning upfield too soon.
That time wasn't blown dead. So you take a left tackle, you don't usually set him in motion, so it might be something like that of just getting the ins and outs of what you got to do in that position. Here, and what will the officials, they're talking things over. We'll see if the Burros want to decline it, take it at 2nd and 15, or if they want to push them back. It is a legal procedure, and it will mark them back 5 yards, so it'll be a 1st and 20. 5th penalty on Kindred that's been accepted in this game.
Well, I'll tell you what, if I see Packer coming at me in motion, I'm going to be saying, you can leave early if you want, because I might just vacate. I don't know.
Good sign for the Burros defense. Dylan Mitzel comes back in. He's at a safety back deep. Single high safety look for the Burros defense as the Vikings, this time they send Kylan Swenson in flat motion. It will be Jorgen Swenson. Keeps it. He busts through the middle up to the right sideline. He's down loose, and he will outrun the defense for the touchdown. 50 yards out, the 3rd touchdown of the game for Jorgen Swenson on the ground.
Yeah, they go to that strong side and get the blocks over there, and away he goes.
6:39 to go in this third quarter. Jorgen Swenson, as mentioned, 3 touchdowns, a total of 149 yards rushing on just 5 carries. He has been explosive out of that quarterback run spot here tonight.
Did you say 5 for 149?
5 for 149.
29.999.
Something like that as Riley Sunram's on to kick the extra point. It's up, it's good. The PAT is 4 for 4 for Sunram. Makes it 28-0 on your Golden Harvest. Tim Kazette, Seed Sales Scoreboard. Kindred leads Hillsboro-Central Valley on YourLiveEvent.com.
Whether you're in need of a short-term or long-term care stay, Halsted Living Center offers a variety of first-rate services with a tailored plan to exceed your expectations at any level of care. With Halsted Living Center, there is an attached medical clinic and independent senior housing facility. Physical, occupational, and speech therapy services are available for both inpatient and outpatient. Respite care is available too, as well as hospice services. Call 218-456-2105 for openings available now with Halstead Living Center, or find more information at halsteadlivingcenter.com.
Kindred Vikings extending their lead in this second half. Jorgen Swenson, he has 149 yards rushing. He has 42 yards passing here, so approaching 200 all-purpose yards in this game to go with his 3 touchdowns. And give credit to the kicker, Riley Sunram, 4 for 4 here today on those PATs. Jorgen Swenson will now kick off, kicking from right to left. Landon Olson and let's see, Mitchell was back. Did he go back to receive this one as well for the Burros? As the kick is a line drive kick, will go to Landon Olson. He'll try and get ahead of steam, and he's trying to find room. Stops, get a man in front of him, tries to stop and get out to the side. Nowhere to go, and he's brought down at the 22-yard line.
Yeah, a number of Vikings were there. Tate Miller. We also saw Tyson Johnson, and we saw Mason Almaraz. Number of special teams guys in on the play for Kindred. Burrows looking to get something to go here with 6:31 remaining in the third quarter, and 1st and 10 from their 22-yard line. Rain continues to fall straight down. No wind here right now, just a steady rain here in the second half.
As they come out, tight end Brandt to the right side, Mitzel the wide receiver left side, Longthorn right side, I formation, play clock ticks down, they get the snap off, run the option. Olsen sees nothing to the right, tries to go back left, and he does scamper forward for a half a yard. But that's about it for Riley Olsen on the keeper.
Yeah, well defended there, and Blake Hushka on the tackle for Kindred.
No gain, 2nd down and 10 for Burrow.
See now
Mitzel
here
stays in, and coming out is Onus.
Onus was in at a running back there. He comes out. Thompson will come in as the wide receiver. 2nd and 10 for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Burrows looking to get on the scoreboard here. Kindred shut out last week. So far looking good through 2.5 quarters in this week. From the shotgun set will be Olsen trying to keep it himself, tries to get around to the outside edge, but then he's turned back inside into the hands of the waiting Dylan Filler and brings him down for the 3-yard carry.
Yeah, Filler, Nipstead was there, and then as Riley Olsen trying to spin out of that, then Beaver came in and made sure that wouldn't be more than those couple of yards there. 3rd and 6 for the Burros.
Here is just checking out here. Yeah, Filler the only sub in there on that defensive formation for Kindred right now. 3rd down and a long 6.
Looks like Riley Olsen's checking out of this.
Pro set here and bobbled the snap, dropped it, and Olsen does jump back onto it. But not the play you want there in that scenario on 3rd down. Bring up 4th down now for Hillsboro-Central Valley in another punting situation.
Special teams units come out for each team. Clock running, 4:35 to play in the 3rd quarter. Fortman back to punt again.
Here is Beaver and Swenson, and then coming up, we'll leave the one-man deep. Here's the left-footed kick gets off. It will good punt on this one as we'll get a good roll, and was not touched there by one of the gunners of the Vikings there. It looked like Schwartzwalter got out of the way of it, and it will be touchdown here inside the 35 to the 33-yard line.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of the way of the bouncing ball and also out of the way of Caden Cazzetta, who was hustling downfield. Finally, he's the guy who downs it there with 4:16 to play in the 3rd quarter. Well, the Vikings offensively, they've really struck quick tonight, haven't they? They've had some really big plays.
They've had some big plays, quick drives. In fact, looking at their longest drive has only been like 4.5 minutes, and that was their 2nd drive of the game. Here's a Jorgen Swenson play action now, looking back to the right side on a possible screen, but defense stays with it, brings him down for a sack. In the backfield, Jorgen Swenson is brought down. Adelstead, the one at the bottom of the pile, And the loss on the play for the Vikings.
Well, Caleb Haddleson will feel good about that play and that sack. He had some opportunities last week. Couldn't get that sack, but he gets one here tonight. Loses about 11 yards, does Swenson with the Haddleston sack. Burrow's defense trying to, make the plays, get some plays to give them some confidence and keep moving along.
Pistol formation. Jorgen Swenson will take the snap, pitch it out to the left side, looking for Heinrich. He's turned inside right away by the defense, and then the second and third levels converge on him. Isaac Thompson in there. Also for the Burrows, Jack Matson gets in on the tackle.
Yeah, Matson, the freshman defensive lineman on the stop.
Matson in a reserve
Leal's
role.
going to come out now. I'm sorry. Leal's coming out. This is Matson back in now.
Matson finished second on the team last week in tackles in the victory over the Aggies. 5.5 tackles, 1 tackle for loss for the sophomore in that game.
Well, the leading tackler last week for the Burrows, who also came in off the bench, that was Cassette, right?
Yep, yeah, he's in for the injured Dryberg.
Yeah.
Third down, and we get a whistle. Play clock was running low. Vikings will take the timeout. 28-0, 2:45 to go, third quarter. Kindred leads over Hillsboro-Central Valley. The Golden Harvest, Tim Cassette, Seat Sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club supports Hillsboro-Central Valley students in their school activities and encourages all students to be involved in the activities at your school. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club takes great pride in uniting the communities to support the boroughs. The Hillsboro-Central Valley Booster Club encourages everyone to promote school spirit, sportsmanship, and to support the Hillsboro-Central Valley students. Go Burrows!
Kindred Vikings leading by 4 scores. 3 of those scores off the feet of Jorgen Swenson. 19-74-50 his touchdown runs. Trey Heinrich with a 44-yard run, which started the scoring for the Vikings as well. That 28-0 lead. Run the man in motion here. Give off the edge on the jet sweep. Busted into the open field to the 45, to the 50, down the left sideline. And did he get out of bounds? Kylan Swenson going the distance. Down. Touchdown, Vikings. Burrows saying on the sideline, hey, he slipped out. But no, scampers down. Official says he's in. And that's a touchdown for the Vikings.
Well, I was right here on the sideline watching him, and that left foot looked really, really close. But all that splashed up was a little bit of the rain at the top of those blades of grass, and it was a big kick-out block by Heinrich here on this outside that sprung him down the sideline. Wow.
So Kylan Swenson, a 70-yard touchdown.
They have a lot of weapons, Big Jake.
Just a sophomore. Too. Now the junior Sunram here as the snap is bobbled here, picked up. Almaris will fling it into the end zone, and was that brought in? That was brought in on a one-handed catch.
Maxwell Opgrand makes the catch.
The big tight end on the fire play gets the 2-point good.
And he just stuck with it. He was just determined that, I'm kind of turned around. There's a guy right here, but I'm going to go make the play. That's really what happened.
So 1:53 remaining in the third quarter. Kindred up 36-0. Your Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Vroom on over to the Hillsboro Body Shop, where they work on anything automotive. Cars, pickups, trucks, semis, and more. The guys have a combined 25 years of experience with professional, top quality, and timely automotive service. It's Ben and Tyrell at the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call 701-636-4981. Getting cars, pickups, semis, and more. If it moves and needs work, bring it over to the Hillsboro Body Shop. Call Ben Alba and Tyrell Lee, 701-636-4981. The Hillsboro Body Shop.
36-0. Kindred Vikings with the lead. Here with their 5th touchdown. The shortest touchdown play has been from 19 yards out, as it's been the big play, whether it's been just finding the holes or broken tackles, whatever it's been, the Vikings have been able to score from long range and doing it all on the ground too. Here with 1:53 to go. Jorgen Swenson has it teed up, and he'll send it deep, and it will bounce. It will bounce. It will bounce out of bounds, and the illegal procedure penalty there will give the Burros the football.
Well, Big Jake, you know that there's dedication when it's raining here like this. And Harper has just covered up all of the water bottles, and she has taken off the pink sweatshirt because it doesn't matter that the blue T-shirt gets wet. That's just how it is. And then keep the water bottles dry. Just doing her job. That's what's going on down here.
She doesn't have a cover-up for you?
Well, no. Plus the difference is she could put her hair in a ponytail. I can't. One hair, Burke. Come on.
Riley Olson will turn, handoff, second man through, left side. Landon Olson trying to bounce. Stutter works his way up to the 40-yard line, brought down here after the 5-yard gain.
Viking defenders continue to fly around, make tackles, and, in position. Swenson there on the tackle.
Seeing some new faces come in. Dawson Lazur comes in for the Burros. Cooper Broughton comes in on that offensive line.
Yeah, we got four changes here.
James Fortman comes in on the offensive line. Yeah, wholesale changes there. I formation, Olson under center. Will run the toss play to the right side. Gets the toss and it goes past Olson. He'll just run back, cover it up. Back to the 25-yard line. Will be a loss of 9 on the play.
Minute to go here in the third quarter. And the Burros are looking at now long distance, third and good 19 yards, 20 yards. Thompson will come with the play from the sideline. So, yeah, the new offensive linemen are out there for the Burros. Brandt stays in at right tight end. Receivers to each side, and Kindred stays with that 3-down lineman defense with a linebacker up tight on the edge.
Olson under center, turns hands off into the middle and stopped by Kindred.
Perrin Johnson, 42. He's out here as one of the reserves for the Vikings, getting some snaps and opportunities as a senior. And also going off now is Jorgen Swenson on the 4th down as special teams units will come on the field. Final seconds. We won't have another play. We'll be headed to the 4th quarter here.
4th quarter coming up. Kindred leading 36-0. Your Golden Harvest, Tim Cazette, Seed Sales Scoreboard, yourliveevent.com.
Stay up to date with the latest goings-on in the region with the Coaches Show every Wednesday night on yourliveevent.com.
Goes deep down the middle, has a man, Soka Porter! Soka Porter to the 20, to the 10, to the 5, and taken down there.
We'll dive into the latest stories from North Dakota and Minnesota.
And there's the block by Reese.
That's the Coaches Show with me, Joe Lancello, on yourliveevent.com every Wednesday night starting at 7.
Get the dairy products, non-dairy products, frozen seafood, meat items, and more delivered to your door from Teak, the Udder Guy at Hillsboro Dairy. Call 701-436-5877. He will bring it right to your door. Hillsboro, Grandin, Pearlie, Hendrum, Borup, Ada, Climax, Shelley, Lockhart, east of Ada to the Twin Valley addresses and around the area. Hillsboro Dairy delivering right to your door. 701-436-5877.
4th quarter begins with the Hillsboro-Central Valley punt formation. There's the punt is off and will be picked up on the run at the 43-yard line. Bust through one tackle, get up to the right sideline as trying to get away. Beaver tries to spin free, gets it inside the 40 up to the 39-yard line.
Good. Caleb Hattleston here with the tackle.
A nice 16-ish yard return there on that punt.
And we've got, Halfley's out here. I'm just getting some new names, numbers. Ben Thompson's out here for the Burros. You have Tom Onus. Also out here is James Fortman. And they're going to get a few more here. Cazette's still out there.
Substitutions in for Kindred as well as the sophomore David Patterson will be in to run the offense, and miscommunication on where the ball's going, so he keeps it himself, and the big sophomore picks up 2 yards on the broken play.
Yeah, he is a big sophomore. He's a big kid. Getting up a little bit slow is Ethan Fornshell, another sophomore for Kindred. These two teams will play a JV game here on Monday in Hillsboro. It's scheduled for. There was a junior high game yesterday. kind of a combined 7th and 8th grade. Each played like 3 quarters due to some lower numbers on the Burrow side. Kindred has a lot of guys out on the junior high. I think they had 20-some 7th graders, I was told. So their numbers are good in their program.
That time, a loss on the play as
Thompson on the tackle for the Burrows.
Is that Grant Allison, the running back, number 14 there? Did I see that right?
I believe so. I was just checking some other numbers coming in and out. Looks like Braden Chanel coming in for the Burrows.
Here's the loss of 1 on the play. Brings up a 3rd and 9. Patterson will be in the pistol set. Allison, the tailback behind him. Wingback left side.
Isaac Spellhog split out wide right side.
Toss play over to Allison. He's hit in the backfield and brought down.
That's Tom Onis again on the tackle. Yeah, so Tom made a nice play there.
Brings up a 4th down. Looks like the one's punting unit coming out for Kindred. Here with 10:10 to go in this 4th quarter. Sunram to punt. The Burrows will send Halfley back deep. The high punt will bounce and bounce and bounce and roll. And did they? Yeah, they stopped in time.
Yep.
So down there, close. Trying to see
1-2 yard line.
Yep, on the 2. Here with 9:52 remaining. Burrow's offense will come out. 2nd unit, led here by Archer Kritzberger. He was taking some snaps on the sideline. He will be the one to jog out there. And
coming out as well as Riley Richter again, the sophomore. He'll stay out here.
See, Riley running out there. Let's see, we got
Dawson Lejeune is there, 60.
Halfley's out wide to the left side. Kritzberger under center, runs the option, pitches it here into the backfield, looking to get around the corner. It's Onis. He will try and get to the edge, but he's held in check. Does get good yardage up to about the 10-yard line.
Freshman Kyle Campbell in pursuit, makes the stop on the tackle there. Gabriel Iverson is out here defensively for Kindred. And C79 is out here. Grant Spellhog just getting recognition here. Tyson Johnson, and looks like Jack McDonald defensively.
Ben Thompson, the fullback here for Hillsboro-Central Valley, as the Burrows try and run up on the short down and distance. And looks like
Ethan,
Thompson will be just shy
short.
of the first down.
Yep, Fornshell, Ethan Fornshell was at the bottom of that pile. Now in for Hillsboro-Central Valley is Kaysen Buckholz.
8:50 to go in this 4th quarter. Kindred Vikings trying to get their 2nd unit to hold on to a 2nd straight shutout here. As the snap is bobbled, Kritzberger will jump on it. Will be a loss on the play. And we'll bring up 4th down.
Yep. Number 1s will come back out here on special teams, or I should say the regular guys on the special teams unit back out here. And clock runs, 8:20 to play in the game, 36-0. Kindred with the lead here at Hillsboro-Central Valley tonight with YourLiveEvent.com.
Vikings last year in their state title run had 2 shutouts all year, came late in the regular season. They've so far had not allowed a point yet to start this year into week 2. Here's a snap back. Fortman's right-footed kick, will angle, line drive, big bounce. Got about an extra 20 yards on that bounce across the 50 down to the 43-yard line. And when you're on your 9-yard line there, that's about as best you can do to flip field position.
Yeah, and took that left foot, the left-footed kicker there, and a line drive, and hey, it works. And with a wet ground and rain coming down, a wet ball, receiver just what's some sideline warning. Sideline warning on the Kindred side. No flag, just the warning.
Get in the player's box. That's what they always tell you.
Yep. I should probably stand out of it.
I don't think they'll make it.
I was in the players' box, but I'm standing out of it right now.
Ball at the 43-yard line. Patterson sends a man in motion, and snap gets there. I don't know if it got there too early or too late, but Isaac Spellhog will receive essentially a direct snap. And if a flag comes out, though, we'll see what the officials say.
Yep. Fortman again on the illegal formation.
Oh, we got a Tate Miller out there on the offense for the Vikings. Trying to get some of those names out there as they line up on that left hash. That Janice, number 52 out there, I believe, if I'm seeing that right.
Yeah, I'm looking through the raindrops here.
Yeah, I'm trying to look through a window. And
I don't need any drops in my eyes tonight. They're getting enough moisture in them right now.
Here's a carry up the middle for Grant Allison.
Yeah, some, Valley Vision Clinic, stay focused here. I'll tell you what, looking through some rain. And everybody, here's the thing to remember, that no matter what the game situation is, when you're on the field, you get assessed. Everybody watches the film, and who's making plays, who's doing the right things, and all of that. Looking at the big picture here right now.
That was Sawyer Hesse on the carry. Now here the pistol handoff. They'll give it to the second man through, and this time it is Grant Allison. He'll pick up 2 up to the 45-yard line.
Onus again on the tackle for the Burros. And seeing 66 come in. That's Ian Deeringer for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Halfley back to return. Sunram into... Nope, not Sunram, as that's actually going to be Isaac Spellhog into punt, and this punt will be angled towards the left side, top of your screen.
28-yard line.
Here with 6:04 to go.
Right where I was standing, I was perfectly positioned. Had I been a center fielder, they would have said, hey, good job. Hey, thanks.
I'll say good job.
Thank you. Thanks for officiating tonight. We appreciate it. We need more. We need more people to come officiate. Not from the stands. We mean to get trained and do it on the field in the rain.
Nice on-air one-sided conversation with the official down there on the sideline.
What do you mean one-sided conversation? We were having a conversation.
We never gave him the microphone.
Well, I'm not going to mic him up. He's busy.
Kritzberger under center. Will turn, hand off. This being Onus. He bounces out to the left side. Gets
run.
away from one tackle. Through the ankle tackle and picking up 7 yards.
Is encouraging all the linemen to keep pushing and doing their work as well, but a hard run by Onus.
Buckles checks out here in that rotation for the Burros. 5:38 to go. We got Bowden Allen bringing in the play for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Grant Spellhog out there on the defensive line for Kindred. Also got Tannen Johnson out there. I formation. Archer Kritzberger runs the option, pitches out to the right side to Onus, and he can't get away from the backfield this time. He's brought down for a loss of 2.
Allison was back there. Took a little time to get that out there, and the Vikings staying with it and in pursuit, and got there to make the tackle for a loss.
2nd and 5. 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5 as they switch the down marker. Next week, Hillsboro-Central Valley will be home versus Carrington, who lost last week. They're hosting rugby this week. For Kindred, they're back on the road. 5 of their 9 are on the road this year.
Yeah, play clock down to, they just get the snap off at 0.
Yeah, but they fumble the snap. They're rushing too much, and officials will have to sort out the pile.
Yeah, it's Kindred. Kindred football, and 55 coming up with it. That's Tannen Johnson, the freshman.
Tannen Johnson with the fumble recovery. Burrows turnover. They had one turnover last week.
Sawyer Owens coming out here defensively. Of course, he's got that cast on that one hand, arm. A lot of substitutions going on here. In and out. We see Carson Cassette, the freshman. He's out there as well.
We look out there. Still will be David Patterson, the backup quarterback, in here with the second unit. Allison behind him. Wing back right side. We'll turn, handoff. Allison runs forward here into a pile as trying to see who comes up on the bottom of that one.
Yeah, there's a number of guys there just waiting for everybody to. Jack Matson there at the bottom, and also in there getting a part of, was that Ian Deringer? We'll see Fortman come out, and Jaron Reed, the freshman, comes in. So everybody getting a chance here tonight. Some snaps and some downs, under 4 minutes to go in the game.
In the rain, Andrew Patterson, the wide receiver, out wide left side. David Patterson, the quarterback, in the pistol set. And they'll run the toss play to the right side. Allison sticks the foot on the ground, gets inside, then tries to cut back outside, trying to get around to the perimeter. And he's turned back in, brought down by Carson Cassette. Should be just shy of the first down marker. Gain of 4.
Yeah, a lot of freshmen out here on the field right now for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Another one coming in is Chase Halfley, another freshman for the Burros, replacing Wyatt Johnson. Here in this fourth quarter, 3 minutes to go. 36-0, Kindred leading over Hillsboro-Central Valley. 5 on the play clock as they get up to the line of scrimmage. Get set, movement, and that will mark them back 5 yards. 6th penalty on Kindred in this one.
Yeah, they had one not on the line and one moving ahead of the line. And Johnny Cash was singing earlier tonight here at the Hillsboro Sports Complex. He was singing every song except for I Walk the Line. So we got to say it anyway tonight.
You don't want to walk that line, though, there when you're lining up. So
the way the rain's coming down, I'm almost feeling like I'm going to walk the plank. I don't know.
We'll check the drainage there on the field later. 3rd and 5.5. Patterson takes a snap, turns, hands off. Allison left side, lowers the shoulder and runs through the defender, but that time Ben McRitchie steps up in there and absorbs the contact, brings him down shy of the first down line to gain, brings up a 4th and 2.
Yeah, McRitchie on the tackle. He'll come out, and going in will be Lee, Jameson Lee.
2-minute warning. 2-minute warning in this one now.
I'll just let you know, too, it'll probably be a little shortened post game here down on the field with the rain coming down.
Yep, we'll try and get people in and out as fast as we can here as Patterson hands off. This time the carry goes to number 22. That's Sawyer Hesse. He's listed as number 21 on the roster, same as...
Yeah, he's short of the first down. Yeah. Halfley there. Some others on the tackle, Matson again.
Halfley makes the stop.
Turnover on downs.
Yep. With 90 seconds left, a minute and a half to go in this fourth quarter. Hillsboro-Central Valley will likely see the all run out here unless they can break a big one. Kaysen Kittleson comes in.
Elijah Smallbeck is in.
Hustling in, hustling out. Good to see. Harley Hudson looks like he's out there as a receiver as well. Flag comes out. And it's going to be an illegal formation on the Burros. Just their second penalty today. But we'll move them back a little bit.
Well, they had a couple in the first half, didn't they?
They've had more decline than they've had accepted today.
All right.
So officially, they're second, but there's been a couple that...
So a day after your birthday, you got to be official.
I guess. Here's a big run to the outside, right side, trying to get free, and being brought down after the first down marker.
Ty Mueller.
Ty Mueller, it is. Yep. It is Mueller there. He picks up the first down for Hillsboro-Central Valley.
Keithan Mueller now is going to come in, and coming out will be Logan Woodman.
Solid 17-yard gain that time. Kritzberger turns, hands off in the backfield, hits Stonewall now busting it to the outside, trying to get free around the corner up to the 45 to the 50 where he's drugged down. And that again being Mueller, and he gets another first down, a gain of 12.
Yeah, running hard and getting the opportunity here on Friday Night Lights. It's exciting. Young guys, playing, the second team or scout teams during the week and getting to play here. They're excited about that.
Under 30 to go as the handoff. This time quarterback is Wyatt Johnson. Wyatt Johnson came in at quarterback.
Yep, ball came loose there, and it was covered up by Ty Mueller.
So the
final seconds here. This will just wind down here tonight. There won't be another snap.
No, they will let the clock hit 0, and Kindred will take the 36-0 victory over Hillsboro-Central Valley. The final score on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sale scoreboard. Stay tuned. Your post-game report comes up next on yourliveevent.com.
Hillsboro Drug and Gift, your community Health Mart pharmacy, is bringing you savings on your healthcare needs, like this great special on Health Mart B12 vitamins. A 60-count pack of tablets, buy one, get one for just $6.69. Health Mart melatonin 60-count tablets of quick dissolve or prolonged release, $8.99 each. Health Mart One Daily Men's or Women's 50 Plus, $5.49. And Health Mart Loratadine non-drowsy tablets, $6.99. Hillsboro Drug and Gift and Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Hillsboro Lumber has DeWalt tools and Milwaukee Power Tools. Choose from DeWalt drills, sanders, impact drivers, hammer drills, jigsaws, skill saws, multi-tools, and all DeWalt power tool batteries and accessories. Hillsboro Lumber will work with you on any remodeling project, and they will assist you with any building plans you're considering. And they remind you of laminate flooring and many styles of cabinets available. Call 701-636-4301, Hillsboro Lumber, Hillsboro.
Final score on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sale scoreboard. The Kindred Vikings moved to 2-0, a 36-0 victory over the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, who fall to 1-1 on the year. Here's our post-game report. Before we get into the numbers, let's go down to the field. Post-game coaches' comments. Matt Crane, head coach for Kindred.
Yeah, we're going to keep it really quick here with the rain coming down. Let Coach get to his team. But Coach Matt Crane for the Vikings, congrats on the win. Solid effort. Just talk about how the guys put it together tonight.
Just really happy, pleased on both sides of the ball. Got after it tonight and executed in big moments. It was like 3rd and 12 a couple of times, 3rd and long, and able to rip off a couple of big plays and kind of swung the momentum to our side.
Yeah, how pleased were you with the execution of those big plays because of maybe the 2nd, 3rd level type blocks?
It's perfect. I mean, it was exactly what we needed. It was what we worked on, and we got better at it, and they showed it today, so proud of the kids.
Defensively, solid, weren't you?
Oh, yeah, flew around, had one drive that they got deep in our red zone, held up strong. It was another great effort.
Matt, thanks for the time. We'll let you talk to your team as we mentioned. We appreciate you standing out here in the rain with us, and good luck to you. We'll see you down the road.
Thank you, absolutely.
You're welcome. Head coach Matt Crane for the Kindred Vikings. Great guy, and I'll tell you what, they got a heck of a football team over there in Kindred on this north end zone. They're celebrating the victory. They win tonight 36-0. Post-game report will continue in just a moment with yourliveevent.com. The Hillsboro Vets Club welcomes you for Broasted Chicken Saturdays, 5:30 till 7:30. Fries and coleslaw along with delicious broasted chicken. It's the best chicken I've ever had. Roasted chicken, dine in and take out at Saturdays at the Hillsboro Vets Club. And after the home football games, make sure that you stop in for free pizza and talk about the game with all the Burro fans at the Hillsboro Vets Club. Wishing the Burros good luck and thanking the community for your support.
Hi, I'm Ernie Struby, president of the Goose River Bank, and I would like to know your story. Our lives and our businesses are comprised of events. We have all had our failures and successes, and these events define our character. If your character includes values like trustworthy, respectful, honest, and responsible, then your story matches well with ours, and we would consider it a privilege to be your financial partner. At the Goose River Bank, we believe that a strong bank builds strong communities. The Goose River Bank, member FDIC.
Final score, Kindred Vikings with the victory over Hillsboro-Central Valley 36-0. Let's look at our game summary in this one as obviously all the scoring went the way of the Kindred Vikings. It started with a Trey Heinrich busting loose for a 44-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. And the quick touchdown there for the Vikings put them up 7-0 after the good PAT from Riley Sunrim. Burroughs then would be forced to punt, and then Jorgen Swenson got loose, the first of three Jorgen Swenson rushing touchdowns. This one from 19 yards out, went up 14-0 as we go into the second quarter. It'd be down inside the 2-minute mark when they'd score again. A 96-yard drive that capped off with a Swenson 74-yard touchdown run, and a 21-0 lead going into halftime. Swenson gets one from 50 yards out in the third quarter, and then Kylan Swenson will get one as he goes from 70 yards out in the third quarter as well. The low snap on the PAT with the rain coming down was bobbled. The fire play was thrown up and caught in the end zone by Maxwell Opgrand, and the 2-point conversion then good, made it 36-0 in favor of Kindred, and that's the way it went as both teams run out the fourth quarter and get to the zeros on the clock with the 36-0 victory for the Kindred Vikings over the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros, as we'll be going down to the field here shortly for some more post-game coaches' counts when we come back on YourLiveEvent.com.
This is Chris Brecken from RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer. I want to take this opportunity to say thank you to our growers. Your trust and fellowship is the driving force behind our dedication to your successful farming operation. We continue to invest in the education of our team to ensure your customer experience is outstanding. Thank you for the opportunity to be your planter experts. Stop by either of our locations in Hillsboro or Drayton, North Dakota, or visit planterdoc.com.
Final score tonight, Kindred 36, Hillsboro-Central Valley 0. Let's go down to the field, post-game player comments. Down with Jim Berkmeyer.
Yeah, we're with Micah Longthorne for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. Not on their side of the scoreboard tonight. Appreciate you coming over. Just talk about a game like this. I know you're disappointed yourself and as a team, but what's some of the early thoughts that come into your mind of how this you're hoping will help you guys?
Yeah, not a good game to play in the moment, but it's a big thing to have these games to get better. We need to improve. This week of practice wasn't good. Next week of practice is we're gonna go hard. So yeah.
I'm assuming you'll be told you're gonna go hard.
Yep. Gonna be a tough week, hard week, but that's what we need.
So what did you learn here tonight? Other than, like you said, okay, it wasn't the greatest, practices or whatever. What else did you learn about yourself or as a team here tonight?
We definitely gotta work on the tackling, like last week. Myself, gotta be able to seal that edge, wrap up. Just don't give up. We kind of gave up after 3 touchdowns, 21-0. It's like we were done at halftime. So, yep, we got to work on that.
Talk about some of the pass catches you had tonight, some of the routes. You and Riley appear to have that trusted relationship here.
Yeah, me and Rolson been playing since Grand Forks League, 4th grade. Yeah, the run game wasn't working. I'm glad we started passing more. He's got perfect balls. We just, perfect connection.
All right, hey, thanks so much. Good luck to you. We'll talk to you again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Michael Longthorne for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. Easton Baszler going to come in here as well. All right, Easton, obviously not how you wanted this thing to go tonight. Appreciate you coming over. Just talk about, as a veteran, as one of the leaders, experienced guys, what you immediately think about what you have to do, what you're going to do, what you plan to do.
We're going to come back with a whole different mentality. This week of practice was not the best by any means, and so I think everybody from top to bottom, seniors to freshmen, are going to come with this mentality of needing to improve every single day, every single play, every single rep that you do, and if you do that, then this won't happen again.
Yeah. A lot of disappointment, but the disappointment's going to become as far as one of those chapters of learning, right?
Indeed. this is just one game. I think this is gonna turn a page in our book.
I sense just talking to you, and I talked to you on the sideline, but I can just already sense that there's a lot of fire burning in your belly right now.
Definitely. I'm still planning. We have 11 more games left. That's my plan, and I'm finishing this year on a high note. I know that.
All right. What's some of the other things you want to work on as a team to get better?
Just everybody come closer together. Sometimes in the huddle even we were firing back at each other. I know it's a straight drive, but just try to take that drive and put it into when the play starts.
Easton, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Good luck to you. We'll talk again.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Easton Baszler for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. A couple of guys come over, and we're going to also talk with head coach Scott Olson. Coach, thanks for sending over a couple of players, class acts, no matter what the results are, to talk about it and put it in perspective. You know, it's the big picture. Here tonight, 36-0, Kindred over your Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. Just get us started with your thoughts, comments of just how this thing went and unfolded.
Weren't ready for the physicality right away. Their first 2 drives, they ran it down, and it showed our inability to get a push back on them. Then we responded. We got to stop. I thought we were going to be real in trouble. We were about to down on the 5-10 yard line down there, and drove the field. We drove the field. And we used our passing game, our rollout game. I thought that worked really well, and just couldn't get it in their end zone. They stiffened up and stopped us, and and then we just kind of deflated us, and then. You were doing all that work and then you don't get rewarded. It's not easy, and with high school kids, and then they just their quarterback run game was not what we were expecting. He's an athlete, and he had a lot of good quarterback runs, and we were undisciplined. We didn't see it on film, so then it's tough for these kids to react. So, that's the experience thing. That's a totally an experience thing where if you don't see it and you don't ever see it when you're playing meaningful minutes, you're not gonna know how to react. And but we didn't give up. We kept fighting. Nothing was easy, but proud of the kids, and they responded to the toughness and didn't give up.
Some of this adversity, you never know how kids are going to respond, how teams are going to respond. As a veteran coach, obviously, you and the team, you want to see the positive results to learn from this. What did you see from your players, whether they were, regulars or even guys that came in later, that, hey, that's a good sign?
Yeah, I think our rollout game, get Riley on the edge with that run pass option, and the weather wasn't good in the second half with the rain in terms of doing that, but I thought we can still ran the ball decent per carry without the big losses that the bad tosses and stuff like that. Our per carry was right around probably 3, maybe 3.5. That's not great, but it's not terrible. But just I think the routes that we ran with the wide receivers, I think the guys that Dylan wants a couple of those back that he dropped, and Jacob had one too, but just getting more confidence with that group of receivers.
We talked at halftime. You mentioned against the Kindred. Not always the read is just to react. Yeah. Do you just even defensively, just in general? This is a very general question. Defensively, just even seeing more of your guys flying around or reacting even more, no matter who you play.
Yeah, no, that's definitely right. You can't. Yeah, if it's. I'm losing my words here. You have to get your first key, and then you go. Yeah. Your initial key, the small picture, and I think we're looking at the big picture. We see that motion guy going across, and I'm not worried about that anymore because it's not with me. And just overall, the guys that are inexperienced need to focus smaller and not in the big picture.
Seeing that candy, that eye dressing, and just be like you and I, just go for the meat and potatoes right away, right?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
So am I. All right, next week, Carrington. What about them?
We'll see on film, but Carrington's always a hard-nosed, good football players, and I don't know what they did tonight, but if they run their triple option offense from last year, we got to adjust to that, and and just it's more about us right now, and just keep developing and keep maturing, and this game didn't matter. It didn't matter in terms of the region record or minor goals. All that mattered was that Kindred showed that they're pretty damn good, and we got work to do.
And come out of the game healthy as a team?
I think so. I think that was one of the bigger things that we wanted. The guys, we tested them. They played, versus their ones for most of the games. So Crane did a great job getting guys out, and so then we started subbing. Thank you for that, Matt. And it's a lesson learned, and we'll move on.
Scott, thanks as always. I appreciate it. Go in and get warmed up and dry it off. We'll talk to you later.
Sounds good. Thanks.
You bet. Head coach Scott Olson for the Burros of Hillsboro-Central Valley. It's Kindred with the victory tonight, 36-0. They improved to 2-0. The Burros are 1-1. We'll have the Burros again next Friday night at home, hosting Carrington right here on yourliveevent.com. The post-game show continues from up in the booth in just a moment.
The Kindred Vikings Booster Club is an organization of parents and community members that supports and encourages the advancement to Kindred athletic programs, focusing on wholesome school spirit, promoting good sportsmanship, and developing high ideals of character. For more information, or if you'd like to be part of the Kindred Vikings Booster Club, send an email to kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. That's kindredboosterclub@gmail.com. Go Vikings!
Kindred Vikings pick up the win, 36-0 over Hillsboro-Central Valley. Your final score. Vikings are now 2-0 and will face Linton HMB on the road next week. There is the Lions lost to Lisbon here today, so they go to 1-1. That's your matchup next week at Linton HMB. Hillsboro-Central Valley falls to 1-1. They will host Carrington next week. Have not seen a final score on their game with rugby, as they came in looking for their first win at home here today. But before we talk too much about next week, let's talk about today with our final stats in this one here. And before we get to those, though, let's talk here with our Halstead Telephone Company post-game connection. You can discover local reliability you can trust with Halstead Telephone Company online, halsteadtel.com. And connection in this one was the precision, or not, I shouldn't say precision, was the effectiveness of the misdirection for the Kindred offense, as a lot of those misdirection plays got the defense overflowing. They really sold it out. They were connected with everyone doing their job to sell the play, and resulted in some big plays there for the Kindred Vikings, including a couple of big runs. Jorgen Swenson with a 74 and a 50-yard touchdown run. Kylan Swenson with a 70-yarder as well there on those misdirection plays, and helping to free things up. So they were connected that way, Kindred was. As we talk about our Enbridge Energy player in the game, bringing the energy, we could go a few ways. We could go with Jorgen Swenson, who had the 3 touchdowns. We could go with Jack Packer, who had a couple of sacks. I'm going to go with Mason Nipstead, the center and the nose tackle. He's on the ball all night on offense or defense, and I felt that he really created some running lanes in the offensive side, really blew up some running lanes in the defensive line, number of tackles for loss for him in the game. I thought Mason Nipstead really brought the energy up front here for Kindred. He will be your Enbridge Energy player of the game. And also our RDK Enterprises Precision player of the game. In this one, Precision goes to Jorgen Swenson. 5 carries, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns, plus 3 or 4 passing for 42 yards. He was dialed in. He was locked in here tonight. He was playing with Precision. You can, too, with RDK Enterprises Hillsboro and Drayton. Wishing everyone a safe harvest season. And you can find out more about RDK Enterprises online, planterdoc.com. And that will bring us to our final stats in this one. We start with the Hillsboro-Central Valley Burros. Rushing the ball, it was Landon Olson, 10 carries for a total of 15 yards. Riley Olson had 10 carries for 34 yards. It was Ty Mueller with 3 carries, 28 yards. Cole Hebel, 4 carries for a total of 2 yards. Archer Kritzberger had 1 carry for a loss of 2 yards. Dylan Mitchell with 1 carry for 2 yards. Ben Thompson had 1 carry, 1 yard. And Tom Onis with 3 carries, 13 yards. They had 1 team rush on a sack for a loss of 11 yards. Add it all up, you get 34 carries, 82 yards here today for Hillsboro-Central Valley. Through the air, Riley Olson was 6 of 15 passing for 80 yards. He completed 3 passes each to Michael Longthorne for 44 yards and Dylan Mitchell for 36 yards for the Burros. 82 on the ground, 80 through the air, 162 total offense for Hillsboro-Central Valley. They had 1 turnover in the game. For Kindred, Rushing the ball, Trey Heinrich with 16 carries, 118 yards, and a touchdown. It was Jorgen Swenson, 5 carries, 149 yards, 3 touchdowns. Isaac Spellhog, 1 carry, -2 yards. Kylan Swenson with 2 carries, 77 yards, and a touchdown. Sawyer Hesse had 2 carries for 4 yards. With Charlie Beaver with 1 carry for 8 yards. David Patterson had 1 carry for 2 yards. And Grant Allison had 6 carries for a total of 14 yards. 1 team carry of -11 on a sack. Add those up, you get 34 carries, 359 yards rushing here today. That's a 10-plus yard per carry average for the Vikings. Passing the ball, Jorgen Swenson will be 3 of 4 for 42 yards, 2 catches for 36 yards for Trey Heinrich, and 1 catch for 6 yards for Hunter Bindis for the Vikings. 359 on the ground, 42 in the air, 401 yards of total offense on my calculations, 39 total plays, or 40 plays, so just about exactly 10 yards per play average in the game here today. It was touchdown runs of 44 yards for Trey Heinrich, 19, 74, and 50 for Jorgen Swenson. Kylan Swenson with a 70-yarder. It was Riley Sunram going 4 for 4 on point after attempt kicks. They also had 1 2-point conversion that went as well. Jack Packer had 2 sacks, and also it was Tannen Johnson with a fumble recovery for the Vikings as well. They did not turn the ball over in the game. As they move to 2-0, again, they're on the road next week at Linton HMB, Hillsboro-Central Valley at 1-1. Now we'll look to rebound at home as they will host Carrington. We'll have that game for you next week right here on yourliveevent.com. Also coming up next week, we got volleyball season starting as well, too. I know we got Borough games on Tuesday and Thursday for Hillsboro-Central Valley versus Kindred on Tuesday versus Oak Grove on Thursday. I think I got those right as far as... Nope, switch them around. Oak Grove on Tuesday, Kindred on Thursday. Yep. Thanks, Dave. Dave Nelson from the back row with the assist. There to get the schedule next week for the broadcast schedule. You can just go online to yourliveevent.com, and the schedule's there, so that's where I should have went. Dave taught me that. There, so yourliveevent.com with the broadcast schedule up for you there. We thank you for joining us here tonight for our broadcast with the Kindred Viking victory over Hillsboro-Central Valley, 36-0, your final score. Thanks to you, the viewer, as well as the sponsors that you've seen throughout our broadcast tonight. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. Also, thanks to Athletic Director Dave Nelson and the Hillsboro and Central Valley Schools for the accommodations allowing us to be here as well to bring you this broadcast. Executive producer Mark Forseth, our camera operator Fernando Rios, as well as my sideline partner Jim Birkmeyer, myself, Jake Birkmeyer. Thanks again for joining us tonight on yourliveevent.com. Kindred wins 36-0. Your final score on the Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. We'll be back with you next week. More coverage. You can tune in on yourliveevent.com.